Well, Albondigas, how is everybody there? How is everybody? Cheers. Yep. Fresh out the box. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share that join in link. It's one at a time. I'll be right back. I hope I don't get kicked out. I'm going to go share it right now. Are you ready? I'll be right back. I hope I didn't get kicked yet, man. I'm still trying to do it. Cheers. I hope I didn't get kicked yet. All right, here we go, man. Here we go. I'm going to try to join that link right now with I hope it's not broken, man. How do you spell frame able? I don't know. How do you spell it? There you go. Yo, what's going on? There you go.
Bro, you think if I knew how to spell frameable that I'd be asking?
Frameable, frameable.
Frameable, yeah. How do you spell frameable? I was
I think
messaging
you spelled it right. Yeah, you just put able after frame. I guess it's FRAMABLE.
E A
Frammable.
A
Frammable.
A B L. Anyways, I just Mini Manson's here. I just
Yeah.
messaged Mini Manson because he just messaged me. He showed me my pictures, bro. Epic, epic, bro. Epic,
Dude,
bro.
dude,
Dude,
many.
hey, don't show nobody. Don't show nobody until I get them. I want to show them because they're. I don't want
Poppy
nobody.
Carl loves it,
Dude,
bro. Poppy Carl
bro.
loves it. That's all I'm saying in the world here. All I'm saying.
Dude, if I didn't see it and I pulled it out, it would have been even more better. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's good, dude. It looks fine. It looks funny as shit. And then, yeah, Minnie, I'm Poppy Carl.
Yeah, he's
Gulf,
Poppy Carl,
Gulf,
Mini.
yeah, Gulf Coast Silver. That the Cyrax, but yeah, that's me. So I just sent you an email, Benny. I want you, like, if I pay more, obviously, can you do something bigger that I could frame, like the size, something like the size of like, a piece of printer paper?
Remember, did you do the poster I gave you? I think that's an 11 by 14. That's a big
So,
boy.
so I get paid on Thursday and Friday. So,
Right. So
but
you might want a 8 by 10, but the one I gave you, that's an 11 by 14, just so you know.
so check it out. Check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
So check it out. So I already have a 11 by 17 in my eBay cart.
There you go.
Yeah, I
Oh
just got
my
to get paid.
goodness. Minnie said it would cost $100. What size Minnie is $100?
Oh, fuck.
$100 is pretty steep, Minnie. Pretty steep.
Yeah. No, no, well, no. It's not steep for art. No, it's not. But I just can't afford that right now.
We know
Yeah,
you do good work. We know you do good work. And then when it gets bigger, it gets better, right? We understand. We totally understand. I'm not.
no, I totally understand that. But yeah, I thought it was gonna be like 50 or 60, like 60. Is what I thought.
Yeah, if you guys can work out a deal, I mean, Minnie, can he email you? Can he email you and try to work out a deal, you know?
Of
8 by
course,
5 by 11. Okay. Regular paper size is that size. Okay. Okay. Can
and
he
also
work
too,
out a deal with you if you guys talk by email? Because he's already invested into, card, right?
well,
So
that's only like $20. But there's gonna be further business too. You know what I mean?
there
So it's
you
not just
go. There you
I
go.
don't
He
want
said he could do an 8 by 6 for 60. See?
an 8 by 6. Let me see if we have frames because I want to put it on the wall.
Yeah, a normal paper is 8 by 10, and he also says you can work it out by email. He'll work with you. Minnie will always over deliver. He's always going to give you what you want and a little bit more. Minnie is trustworthy that way, you know?
Yeah, 8 by 6 is a weird size where the frames are pretty pricey.
Well, I'll get you a frame, Poppy. I can do that.
Okay.
What are you looking for? What are you looking for in a big size? If
Okay,
I
so I
can.
was thinking, okay, so I was thinking about something else that has like, and to be fair, it's going to like so the bigger one. I wanted something like with several locales in it: King Cobra, JFS, Daniel Larson, Cyrax, uh, Sophia Shoe. Something that has like three or four of them, and they're like maybe partying or something like that.
Right,
Maybe
right.
either that or what would be really cool is like the picture of the guys of the dogs playing poker.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, but like something like that, but all the locales.
All the locals playing poker.
Yeah.
Minnie, what do you think about that? The locals playing poker. Put
But but
Mormo in there.
but
Put
here's the thing.
Mormo in there, bro.
But here's the thing. I want it done in Minnie's style because I love his style. Like it looks cool,
Right,
bro. Like I
right.
love the color and like the just art. Like, it looks cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. It is a lot of work. Yeah. So you said $50 for a big one, Minnie. Maybe even 60. Because of the
we'll
work
work
that
something
you
out.
got to
We'll
put
work
in.
something out. We'll work something out. But I want something
Yeah.
that's big enough where I can frame it and put it on the wall.
There you go. There you go.
Because I have the Slipknot autograph, I have the Jared Vogel autograph, and
Right.
now I want one of Minnie's art next to it.
There you go, man. That's awesome. That's gonna cost you, he said. Oh boy, read it again.
I don't know. We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, you guys will figure it out. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I was just saying, if you do locales at the table, throw Mormo in there, give him a little bit of a. It'll give him a little bit of a leg up, Minnie.
Throw who in there?
Mormozine, man, Mormozine. Um, he ask Minnie about him, man. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. He's
Be really cool drawing. Music Biz Marty beating the shit out of Cyrax. Like
well.
like he
There
did
you go, man. There you go.
like he did that one time where you really couldn't see it, but you could hear it, when Music Biz got that Airbnb. But I want to see like what it looked like, just Music Biz Marty just beating the shit out of that little weirdo.
Right, right, right. Well, Minnie met Music Biz Marty and dealt with him before he passed away and all that. So yeah, you guys talk, man. You guys do your thing. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys made communication like that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Minnie, hopefully you got that tracking number now. Those buttons, they're coming to you, bro. They're coming to you.
See, the good thing about Minnie, he actually replies to emails, unlike every other
Right.
motherfucker I know.
They ignore you.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I couldn't get your email, Mushroom Shark one. It took a while, so I wasn't trying to ignore you. But heck yeah, Minnie. Everybody's happy around here, man. Your art is so fantastic. You have such a good illustration style that we all love it. What? Nothing. Oh, you lost the signal. I'm sorry.
Who's that? Oh, Minnie.
Uh oh. Uh oh. doing that homemade wine again?
Yeah, I can't go buy nothing. It's too late.
Right on, right on.
And I had company over earlier, and they ran out of beer, so I let them have mine.
Oh, well, there's a lot of good things about Mini. I don't know. The good thing about Mini. Oh, I said we all love your art. We all love
Yeah,
your illustration art. It's very fantastic. And when you put the, like, sort of like, when you use your metallics and you put that final touch on it, man, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful, Mini. That's all. That's all I was saying.
yeah, I can't wait. He sent me a picture of the envelope and everything.
Oh, yeah? You got it coming already? All right. There you go.
Well, I mean, he just messaged me, so I think he's gonna put maybe tomorrow or whatever. He'll put it in or whatever.
Hey, what's up, Ever?
Ever, what's up, man?
Ever's got some artwork coming too. I mean, I think. Do you have any already, Ever, or is it all coming?
From
Let
Minnie?
me know.
From Minnie?
Yeah, for Mini, for sure. Yeah, for Mini. That's
Oh
that's
wait,
what
did
I
he
was
get
telling
signed
you.
for
I think
free?
he negotiated a deal to get three for the price of two or something like that.
Yeah. Hell, man,
Always
he can't.
negotiate.
I was like $20, dude. Free shipping? Hell yeah!
Right on, right on. Mini says,
I hope he signed it. Hey, if you haven't shipped it yet, sign it for me, Minnie. What's a piece of art without a signature on it?
right
It's just,
on.
it's just a drawing. I want to know that you made it. I can show people. Minnie Manson did
Oh
this.
boy. So when you went Mini, you went out to play with the karaoke band, and what the heck happened? They didn't show up.
Dude, somebody assaulted you, dude. Dude, they pushed him in the street, dude.
Damn, man. Oh, he did sign it. Okay. All right. It sounds like it's ready to go. Man, Minnie, you must have been charged up to do that art that quick. But we always talk about Cyrax, so it was already on your mind.
Yeah, Minnie said, "Send it." I was like, "He's like, send it. I'll start working." He's like, "Obviously, I can't work. I can't work on it without you sending the money." And I sent it, and then like the next morning, the proof was there, like an uncolored one. With he's like, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like he really worked on it like instantly.
Right on. Ever says, "Hey, Minnie, it's me." Yes, a black man shoved you into oncoming traffic. That's fucked up, bruh.
It's fucked up.
What is a Cyrax? Oh, that's a good question. What is a Cyrax? It's a
So
musical artist.
yeah, so Cyrax is it's a goblin, right? That's only in Akron, Ohio. He talks to children. He beats his grandma, beats his step
He's an
grandpa.
elder abuser, maybe an elder abuser. Yeah,
Uh,
one of them.
he's got a hunchback, one kidney, fucking fucked up teeth because he refuses to fucking do anything. Doesn't have a job because he's lazy. He likes to assault people that call him a pedophile because he is a pedophile. Dude, he hit a guy with a baseball bat and the guy caught it and just took it away from him. That's how weak it. Let's see, dude, he's like a Quasimodo, but without all the benefits. Like at least Quasimodo had like a job, like he would ring the bell. You know what I mean?
Oh shit, he had one job. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is useless, dude. Like nothing good about him. No, like there's nothing good about the. But to be fair, dude, like I have a real disdain for pedophiles, dude. Like
Right, right.
I could justify murder, bro. Like somebody really piss you off, dude. I get it, right? Or somebody robs you, or you get home. Like that's why they have crimes of passion. You get home and your wife's getting fucked, and you kill both of them. You get like only 10 years in prison because it's like temporary insanity, right? So I get murder, but
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
nothing
Okay.
to a woman or to a kid. There's no excuse at all, unless it's like a bad bitch, right? Like an adult woman, and she's like some kind of bad person. Then yeah, that's fine. But there's nothing you could do to a child to me that's justifiable if you victimize them. So to me, they're the worst of the worst. Like there's nothing good about Cyrax. He's a complete turd,
Right, 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 right.
complete piece of shit.
Yeah, man. Cyrax is ever. I don't know how to explain it to you, but he's pretty messed up. He has delusions of his music career. He gets jealous when people don't like it. which is the worst fucking thing for a musician to have, is to be like, you don't like my music, what the fuck's wrong with you? It's like, no, it's you that they don't like. So just whatever, find your
He,
audience or leave it alone. Just
he,
whatever.
he a black kid,
Yeah.
or a blind kid, a blind kid, blind Billy. He
Yeah.
uh, he shows his wiener on the internet. Calls people the N word.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh, he's Minnie is like, am I like Cyrax? No, it's not. It's
oh,
not at all the same thing. No, because we love what you do.
yeah, I like you. So I think you're cool. I love your like the character that you do. Uh, I like it. I think it's cool. Like I like the music, and I just like you don't give a fuck. I mean, I like the art. Like I like your whole aura, the character that you do. I think it's really
Yo,
cool.
Casey's in the house, and he says he's like Cyrax. You're not like Cyrax, Casey.
Nobody.
Jesus.
First of all, this guy could type. He could spell. Okay,
Yeah.
Cyrac, like he's completely fucking illiterate. Uh,
Casey's my boy, man. Casey's been up here one time for an interview. You know what I mean? But man,
we're not
Casey,
calling him Frank.
you've been through the ringer, my brother. Like, I'm glad you're just up here. You know what I mean? Peace, man. Shit.
Casey Strange.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know you.
So I've been friends with Casey for so long that he used to be real young, And so the same thing, it's like I couldn't publicly, talk with Casey and shit because they'd be like, "Oh, you're trying to fucking get on him. You guys are so gay, whatever,
Bro,
whatever."
look at Havana. What's his name? Dude, he was like 15 when he started hanging out in the fucking YTDC like 10 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, to be
Well,
fair, he wasn't drinking,
Casey's
but
a
he
fucking
was like
genius
COVID.
and shit.
You know
You
what?
know what I mean? Like, I got to deal with geniuses in my
If you were
life.
trying to like an energy drink and shit, and like still worldwide would like hang out with them and shit, it's like, dude, you're hanging out with like a fucking 16-year-old, dude. What the fuck? You're like 40.
Right, right, right. Oh, it's still worldwide. Oh yeah, I heard a bunch of shit about him and I guess Gut Rod or whatever getting into it.
Worldwide is such a bum, bro. Dude, he shows off this like 1996 Corvette, like it's some kind of fucking Lamborghini, and then he has like this fucking green V6 Camaro, and he tries to show that off like it's some kind of fucking Ferrari, and then now he has like a newer, well, it's still an old piece, it's still like 15 years old, and he tries to show that $10,000 car off like it's a fucking $1 million car. It's like, dude, you're not
Yeah,
impressing
man.
anybody.
Yeah,
And,
man.
and, and his stack of $1,001 bills, not impressive, homie. Cool.
Whatever, dude. They're probably like prop money anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
he hung around a lot of scum punks and crusties, and then you got into
Right.
death rock, and
You know,
that's where your
he did
background was. And,
You know what he did to fucking Havana, whatever Havana is. I forget what they call him, but Havana. So he went to hang out with Havana, right? And they're hanging out in the street. Well, I guess they're drunk and they got into it with somebody. Well, this guy started beating Havana up, Rome. And he started beating Rome up, and fucking this is being recorded, right? And fucking still worldwide, he like backs up. He doesn't help. He's just like, "That's assault. That's assault. That's assault." That's all he kept on saying over and over again while Havana's getting beat up.
oh man, don't many. I hope you're not getting into your feelings. Everybody asks you to draw locales, and you feel like you're the one that's requested the most. Don't feel like that. No, no, no. It's just because you're good in art. The thing that you do, I think, is fantastic because you fill up the little screen with all that activity. On the big screen, if we went to see you in the movie theater, man, you'd make people nauseous probably jumping around. But on the tiny screen, you're not
Yeah.
offended good. You're not offended good. Take that,
So
take it that you have that
so
art.
So one reason I'll explain to Minnie why I wanted a Cyrex picture specifically from Minnie is because I saw the art that he made you, and I just thought he could do a really good version, of Cyrex.
Right,
And I know he knows who Cyrex is because he knows who Music Biz Marty is.
right, right.
So that's
There
why
you
I came
go.
up with something. If he wants to draw me a fucking unicorn sucking dick, I mean, fucking draw it, dude. I don't give a fuck.
You'll
In
still
fact, I
like it,
told him he's
yeah.
the artist, you know. But I
Yeah,
just thought it'd be clever,
speaking of that, Minnie, when you made that like manger scene, like the scene of the birth of Christ, and you made it in like cartoon with the inverted pentagram and shit on the manger. I love that shit, Minnie. I want one of those. I want
Okay,
one.
So many, please. Please. If I commission you to do something, please don't put anything unholy in it, like against Christianity or against God or nothing. Please, like I
Well,
just
he's
ask that.
okay. He's religious and stuff too. He's got that side to him. He'll
Yeah,
respect your he'll respect your
that's the reason why
religion,
I
right?
don't like that rock stuff is because I can't rep a pentagram, homie. I can't do it.
He'll
I'll
do it
fucking
religious. He'll do it
I'll rip a
religiously.
shirt with that killer who cut the guy's eyes out, and like that killer that he had, like with the guy just like a foot, like a clown or whatever. I'll
I
fucking rep
saw
that.
that. Yeah.
But no, not a pentagram or upside down cross or Jesus getting fucked. Yeah, I'm not gonna rep that.
There you go. There you go. What'd you say? Casey said Daniel Larson was what the top dog.
Okay,
uh,
so
Chris
Daniel
Chan,
Martin.
yeah, Chris Chan did some things, bruh.
Okay, so I'm not sure if he actually did anything to his mom. Okay, I think he was getting shock value laughs out of people on Discord, and then they reported him. I don't think he actually did it. That's why they didn't charge. Like they charged him, and he was sitting and waiting, and he just couldn't bail out. Nobody could bond him out, and then they just dropped the charges because there's no proof of it, dude.
Right,
He never
right, right,
he never actually got convicted of it. They just dropped the charge. But he was sitting there waiting to get bonded out, waiting to go to court for that entire time.
right.
Uh, but I don't think he really. I think he was saying that stuff for shock value to the people he thought he was friends with in private. Whereas like Cyrax is a creep, right? King Cobra is not a creep. I don't think he's just weird.
I think Daniel Larson is actually free now. I'm not totally sure, Casey,
I don't,
but
I don't think he is. But see, his problem is that he had fetal alcohol syndrome. He's got the
Hmm.
small head. He's just fucked up, bro. Like he's mental. He's in love with a fucking kid that was on American Idol. You know,
Yeah, like some little girl who used to be a singer or whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get you. I
I'm
get you.
sure she's like 25 now. I get it, right? But still, she was like way too young. He thinks
Right.
I don't. I mean, it's just wild. Like he's mental. Where Cyrax is not really mental. He's just a pervert piece of shit, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
King Cobra, he's just autistic, right? He just likes to drink a lot. Where Daniel Larson, dude, he's a dangerous person. I think he'll hurt you if he
Yeah,
wanted.
it's pretty sad when you watch that old footage and they were like graduating out of the program when he's like, a young teen or whatever. And they're like,
Right.
"Oh yeah, he bit people in here, but he's made it out." I mean, my kids know, my kids know. They're like, "Yeah, we've had kids like that in our special part school, because they have autism and stuff." And they're like, "There's no cure. There's no cure for what they're doing, and they're gonna keep doing that shit."
Uh, Dude, I saw a video of Daniel Larson. He found some random person's house, and he's just sitting on their front porch charging his phone. And the guy gets there. He's like, "Get the fuck out! Who are you? Get out of here! Quit charging your phone on my front porch." And then
Right,
Daniel Larson, he's like, "I'm not leaving until the cops get." So the guy calls the cops, right? And then Daniel Larson doesn't call him the N word with a hard R. He's like, "You're a,"
right,
you know. And the guy's like, "You're going to call me," and he said it too. "You're going to call me," and
right.
get the fuck out of here. And then he just said, "He's like, quit cussing at me." He's like, "I'm standing to the police. You can't antagonize me." Blah blah blah. Like, dude, he's just fucking nuts, dude. Just fucking nuts, dude.
There's someone who talks to him on the phone. Yeah, I've heard one dude who talks to him on the phone. I
Yeah.
think that's the dude who used to talk to JFS on the phone too. And he had like or not JFS, excuse me, Chris Chan, and he had like some of the Sonichu medallions and shit. I think it's the same guy that
So I don't
calls
know what.
both of them.
So I don't know what Chris Chan does. He's never been
Right.
caught talking to a child. I don't think. Uh, the whole thing is him just being weird, turning into a girl, and then with the shit that he does in public, like fucking pepper spray GameStop employees and shit. But the whole mom thing, I really, honestly, deep down inside, don't think he did it. I think he was saying that for shock value. I really do.
Yeah, they're not gonna find him. That's the thing. His fucking lawyers can't get him to pretend to be sane long enough.
Uh,
They've tried, so they'll never find him competent. You're right. And
so here's another thing.
Chuck Seagal, the funny vampire who killed his cat.
I
What
didn't
the
see that one.
fuck, man?
But so check this out though. So they didn't get him for like elderly abuse or raping an old woman or nothing. What they got him for was just simple incest.
Oh, you have a Sonichu medallion? That's awesome, Casey. So it's the same dude that talks on the phone. And you keep
Where
it,
did
yeah, keep it.
where do you say that? Oh, that guy sent me a son. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Uh,
That's
yeah,
badass, bro.
I think his actual charge was just incest, right? And it wasn't like a battery or sexual assault on an elderly or nothing like that. And so to me, incest is a weird thing. If they're both mentally there, what does it really matter? The reason why they
Oh,
don't
good lord,
here's why
here we go.
just listen here. I'll tell you why they don't allow it because they don't want retards coming out.
I say, like seriously, I get you, Poppy. Like if nobody wants to reproduce and they want to be like deviant and whatever, go ahead.
It's like gay guys, dude. I'd rather a sister and a brother fuck than two gay guys fuck.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, man. Why? Why? Who cares?
What's the
Like
difference?
sister and a
What's
brother
the
is
difference? Okay, what's the difference? They're
between a
both
sister
fucked
and a
up.
brother and
Between a
just
brother and
two
why go
random
fuck
guys or
why go
whatever.
fuck
Two
when
random
you go
guys. I mean, look, the thing about like two random guys doing whatever they do, I mean, it's harmless.
okay, well
Nothing's
what
gonna
about
happen.
an
They're not
adult
gonna have
brother and an adult
kids.
sister? Right? To me it's both fucked up. Right? Both of them are just fucked up.
Maybe to you they are, but I'm saying like it's harmless if two guys like go ahead and rub up, and
Yeah,
do all
yeah,
that. They
but
can't
see,
have any kids. They can't do anything evil.
so again, like I have nothing. I have gay friends. I had one over here earlier, right? With that skinny girl. Skinny girl came over with her new gay best boyfriend or whatever. His name's Ray.
Oh yeah. She
It was
needs
shit, right?
a safe guy, huh?
But I told her, I was like, yeah, no, he's fine. She's like, can I bring Ray? I'm like, of course, sure. He can drink my beer, do whatever. So I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Uh, but I also texted her. I was like, make sure he doesn't fucking do anything, like fucking pinch my ass or talk about me. Like, if he talks about me when I leave, tell him to not do that.
Right,
Because
right.
like I believe in, dude. I just really believe in. I love God, dude. Like I love my faith. I believe in it. I might be stupid, like faith.
No, you're not stupid, man.
So
You're
it's like you're
fine, man.
believing in something that there's no proof of. So yeah, you're kind of dumb, right? But I just have the
No,
faith,
you're not
and
dumb
I
for
can't.
that. You're dumb. You know what? You know what you fall for? You fall for people like fluffing you up, saying like, like you're so grand, you're so wonderful, you're part of the greatest generation, you're part of the greatest like pallor of skin or whatever. It's people pumping you up that's like your downfall, you're not
Yes.
part of the greatest. It's
Oh
like
no,
we're all the same
dude, the
bullshit.
next
We're all
generation,
the
dude,
same.
like those people are dying out. The guys from like the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, people who built this country, they're fucking dying out, right? They're old people now. Now it's just a bunch of fucking pussies who want to be girls, right? Uh, so saying that's not true. But now saying like the best complexion, yeah, I honestly do believe. Now, do I hate anybody because they're not religious, because they're not a Christian or a Catholic? Do I hate somebody who's not white? No, of course not. But would I save myself first over about almost anybody else? Yeah, probably.
Well, you
Like, would I?
probably, I mean, you should save yourself and your family and whatever. Like, we always have to tend our own garden here.
Do I feel bad when I see the National Geographic send $20 for this kid with a fly on his eyeball? I don't feel bad, bro. It
Well,
doesn't.
nobody's asking you, man. The thing about guilty consciences, it's usually liberals, and they got plenty of guilty consciences. They got plenty of money, and so we've already paid for the dude with the fly on the eye.
Okay, but see, here's another thing. Like, dude, one of my best friends is Ray's black guy. Okay, so I grew up like my grandma and grandpa lived next door to me. My
It's
grandma
all
was a
about
house.
Atwa, man. It's about Atwa. He said, "No, I'm not Charles Manson, but it is about Atwa."
I don't know what that means. Agua.
Air, tree, water, and animals. Atwa. It's a
Uh,
Charles Manson thing. Well, like, my son and I were talking about it today because we were talking about like that's the good guy thing that people use all the time. It's like I'm just trying to protect y'all. It's like they're full of
yeah.
shit.
So like whenever I say something weird, like fucked up about somebody else who doesn't look like me
All
or
the way
believe in me,
alive, he said. All the way alive.
it's just a satirical character that I'm playing, right? But I did grow up next to my grandma was born in a fucking house, like in a shed with a midwife in like the 20s, right?
Right. Right.
Like she picked cotton when she was growing up in the fucking like during the fucking Dust Bowl, homie. Like she picked cotton during like between World War I and two. Uh, my grandpa, he was rich, man. He was born in a hospital. They
Right.
were rich. They were making like
Right.
$4
Big
a
deal.
week.
Right.
Dude, they're making like 50 cents a day working, you know. My grandma would make like $1 a week. You know, uh,
Yeah, yeah. Were they in Texas or were they like somewhere even cheaper? Like,
my grandpa was born and raised, or not born. He was born in the hospital, but he was raised on the farm that I used to go to every weekend until he died, and I sold the farm. I've been going to that farm for 30 years every weekend. We had
yo,
cows.
Minnie, I can't believe Minnie said this is a good show. Hey, Minnie, that's fucking awesome, bro. Thanks.
I like that's cool when Minnie's having a good time. That's good.
Right, right on. Yeah, and we're all having a good time, man. We're getting art out here. You know,
So,
Minnie,
so
I
tell me the
wasn't
truth.
bullshitting you. You
Is it
get
a
your pin.
character? Is what Minnie does as a character, or is that just Minnie?
I don't know.
Like, does he do that stuff in public? Like the way, like the singing and like the dressing like that with the makeup and the hair? Does he do that in public?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so that's
That's
Minnie.
what
That's not a
that's
character.
what happened. Yeah, that's what happened tonight. I mean, at least on time, right? That's what happened tonight. He was gonna go. He said both right there. That's the
Um,
answer. But yeah, tonight when he went out, it's like the band they're supposed to play karaoke and stuff. So he does it in public. He was on his way.
okay, well, but that's part of the character, I
Yo,
think.
Sikandar. Peace, bro.
Sair, what do y'all call him? Sikandar?
His name is Sikandar Ali. S.A. Sikandar Ali.
Yeah, I think it was
Sikandar.
I call him Sair. I call him.
Saer, yeah, Saer. Yeah, but I
Sair.
asked him about it when I was having tea outside. One time I went on his channel and I asked him about it, and he said, "I wish I could change what is here because his name is Sikandar Ali. Sikandar,
Oh, I've been calling him Sair. This it's my bad. Shit.
right? I mean, he's good with all of it, but his name is Sikandar. So
Well, now it's gonna be hard because I've been calling him Sair for 4 months.
yeah, and they call him SA, but you know what SA means on YouTube, dude.
Oh yeah, sexual
Yeah,
assault.
so like that doesn't even like ring right to my ears. You know what I mean? So I call him Sikandar.
Okay, sorry, Secondar. I thought I've been calling you Sair. Oh, my bad, bro. I'm sorry, Secondar.
Poppy, you're looking gorgeous. He said you're looking gorgeous, Poppy. You do
So,
look better.
so I
What
got a
you
shave.
do, bro?
I just shave. I took a shower, shave.
Okay, okay. You do look better. So you just cleaned yourself up?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't shave with like a razor. It was just like the electric, so I didn't go down to skin.
Hmm.
Uh, bro, it's fucking hot down here, dude. I can't have that
Oh,
long
I'm
hair, the long beard and
dude.
shit.
I'm sweating. My hair is fucking wet, dude. My hair is fucking wet.
Bro, it's so humid here in Houston. I'll have like a man bun, put it up after I take a shower. It'll be wet all day till the next morning.
That's fucked up. Yeah, it'll get all funky then, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah. I feel bad because I keep on telling Gut Rock, yes, this summer I'm going to do it. Yes, this winter I'm going to grow my hair, and then I'll shave. He'd be like, "What the fuck, bro?"
Right, 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 right.
I feel bad
Nah,
lying to the
there
guy.
ain't no point to. I know how these guys think, and they're like, "Oh, isn't it so cool that we have our long hair or whatever?" But
Yeah. Plus
it's
another thing.
played out, man. That shit's played out.
I mean, I don't mind a man bud. The beard it starts to itch, and then when I drool, it stays in my beard. When I'm sleeping at night, and I wake up, there's like fucking drool in my beard. It's just like, what the fuck? You drink
Poppy,
beer.
he asked if you do a hospice job. From what I understand, you have
Yeah,
one guy.
yeah. Well, so I got one guy, Secondar, Mr. Lee. Take care of him from 5:30 in the morning till noon. Uh, Medicine, give him breakfast, lunch, walk him around the block, give him a shower 3 times a week. You know, like I don't have to give him a shower. I just got to tell him to do it. Take his clothes in
Yeah,
there. He can do it.
for sure.
Like he's physically fine. He's just mentally gone. You know. Uh, but it's not hospice. Like I'm not certified. I'm not a nurse. You know, hospice nurses make a lot. They make like 100 grand a year, 120, 130, $40,000 a year. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Not,
Yeah.
yeah. No. So here I babysit old. I babysit an old guy. Is what I do. I'm a babysitter, but for old people. Yeah.
Man, he has to know. He takes care of his family too. You know. He learned that the hospice, yeah, hospice. They call it palliative care here, which means end of life, which
Yeah. So
means you're gonna die, and that's
yeah,
why they're there,
yeah.
and that's the way that it happens. You know.
So here in Texas, what they do, we call it hospice, and they just go to your house and they feed you pain medicine until you die for the last few weeks. That's
Yeah.
all they do. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
And they tell your family that it's okay. They walk around, they tell your family it's okay, you know, and they feed them drugs and you know.
So check this. When my grandma died next door, I was at work. I got a call from my aunt to come home like now, and I was like, okay. So I drove home, and she had been dead for like I don't know, like 30 minutes or whatever. Dude, it took the hospice nurse. She was supposed to be like the hospice nurse was supposed to just come and be there for a couple of hours from like 10 till 2. And my grandma died at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Dude, and we called her at like 7:05 to tell her like, hey, she did. Dude, the fucking hospice nurse didn't get there till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, dude. And her excuse
Right.
was we wanted you to have time with her before we picked her up.
Right.
Dude, sitting there watching somebody fucking dead, dude, and then they start bleeding out of their nose and they start shitting and pissing on themselves, dude. You don't want to see that shit, dude. The fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, the first thing they start doing is shitting and pissing because you're completely relaxed. Then they start like hemorrhaging out of their fucking nose and ears and shit. It's fucking gross, dude. And I don't want to
It
see
is
that.
gross.
I
It is
want
gross,
somebody
but
relaxed.
nobody's gonna step on the family. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna say like the family shouldn't. Obviously, they don't want to witness all that, but they'll leave the family to see all that. You know?
Yeah. Now I want my last memories of my family and my friends to be a good time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I go to a funeral, I don't walk up to the casket. I don't want to see him like that because I don't want to remember him like that.
I hear you. I hear you.
Plus, I'll be like a 35-year-old man just crying my balls out in front of everybody. You know what I mean? Fuck that. I got to be
I
the
hear
man,
that
dude.
too.
You got to be the man of the house now.
Yeah, a lot of home care workers they don't have any respect at all, and you know you have to be careful. You have to advocate for yourself as much as you can. You know, and it's getting worse. By the way, I'm sorry, but the government, you know, now because of their beliefs and you know they think it's all fucked. They don't even help you as much anymore. So they don't really hear you out right now. You know, they don't have any time for anybody. It's really kind of fucked up. But we'll get
Bro,
through it.
Sean was coming in. He wanted the link so bad. I thought he was coming in.
Huh? Well, we
Sean,
only we can only do one at a time.
oh fuck! If he wants to come up, he says he's leaving. I think he wants to come up. He's leaving because he can't come up. I'll fucking leave you. Come up.
No, Sean hasn't ever been able to come up because he has some kind of block on his camera or something.
Maybe he was just like backing me up with the link. Like, link it for Carly, maybe.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. Like he said a lot of things back then. He was hyping us all up. You know, he's having a good time.
Yeah, he's the guy that yells "World Star." Yeah, he's
He
definitely the
goes
guy.
world star on
World
you.
Star.
Yeah, Minnie, can Minnie come up? Yeah, of course. Poppy would have to get down, and I'll let you up, Minnie, for sure.
Yeah. Minnie, you want let me know when you want to come up, and I'll get off right then. You want to come up now or 5 minutes, 10 minutes? You let me know
Yeah, let me send you a link right now.
because I got
Hold
about
on.
10 more minutes before I got to go to bed because it's getting late. So if I could chill for 10 more, if that's okay, or Poppy say that caregiver says that caregiver handsome amounts. Is that what? No, dude. Dude, I'm a babysitter, dude. If it was hospice, yeah, I'd be making like 150 a year. Or if I was like a nurse or something like, nah, dude. But I'm not a nurse or nothing. I'm not like a medical professional, so I don't make that kind of money. All right, cool. Appreciate that because I gotta go to bed like 15. I gotta work. I gotta wake up at 5:30. So if you don't mind, maybe 15 more minutes. Cool, man. Appreciate you. Shout out to Minnie.
I had poor Poppy Carl talking to himself for
No,
10 minutes or whatever,
I was
but
talking to Secondar. I was talking to
oh,
Secondar.
okay, okay, yeah. And what did you say, Poppy? People say that caregiver and all that. Oh, I missed it a little bit. I'm sorry.
I was explaining to him like I'm not a caregiver. Like I don't have any like I'm not a nurse, not a CNA, nothing. I'm a babysitter, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you don't have the certs, but you are a caregiver. You know what I mean? Like the way that you take care of the man, you know. But it's
But I don't
because you know his family. It's a
yeah,
different story. You're not
so technically,
certified and
technically I don't think I'm supposed to give him his medicine or give him a shower or nothing.
right,
But I do, because it's like 2 seconds. So I mean, no big deal.
right. Yeah.
But like I think my job is technically to make sure he doesn't just walk away or turn on a microwave for 3 hours instead of 3 minutes, shit like that. Because he'll just open a door and start walking to California to go see his wife. He'll go knock on neighbors' doors and be like, "Can you take me to California?" And they're like, "What?"
Right,
Yeah.
right, for
But see,
sure. Yeah.
so they had to move him here from California because he went missing for like 3 days. He just walked out one night, and the fucking nice gentleman at the California State Patrol brought him home at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And be like, you know this guy? They're like, yes, my dad. He's got dementia.
Oh shit, Minnie says he does that. He walks. What do you walk to other doors and ask them to send you to California too?
Fair enough.
Break is over. Yeah, Sikander, he takes care of those kids, man, teaching them in school. Break time's over. Take care, bro. Take care.
Dude, I think he's one of the higher ups in his village, dude.
Yeah,
I think he's one of the higher ups. He's really good at English. Got his own shop. He teaches the kids. You know,
yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he
That's
doesn't
real
live very.
important. Yeah,
Yeah, like not. Or actually, I asked him. I think it's like 3,000. It's quite the size village. Says he knows everybody except not all the kids, but he says he knows not everybody. And I think he's one of the higher ups.
right, right. Yep.
You see? Have you
Yeah,
ever seen?
I asked him
Have you ever
because
seen how dirty the
he's
stains
got
are?
he's got real busy like downtown and real busy street and stuff, you know. So I was
Yeah,
like, "Are you in Karachi?" I still don't know exactly where he's at, but he is in a major hub,
yeah.
you know.
He told me. I forgot what he said.
Yeah,
What I like,
I'll
what I
ask
like,
him again.
I like watching his stream whenever the sun's going down, and you can see these like little trucks with all like the Christmas lights and shit on them. Yeah,
Right?
and they're playing music and shit. I like watching those trucks. Those trucks are cool looking.
Oh yeah, I get a lot of anxiety. I couldn't really walk that street very comfortably, but I like to see it. You know what I mean? But I get a lot of anxiety. They got like 60 boxes tied up on a motorbike or whatever, like up in the air, you know, that stuff makes me nervous, bro.
I like talking to him about what they eat and stuff.
Yeah.
For some reason, I like asking people what they ate for the day because it's probably usually different than what I eat.
It's always a good start, man. That's always a good start to find out where what people do, you know?
Yeah. I mean, dude, I'm not going to have small talk and just bullshit with somebody if I know nothing about them. What's the point? What I mean? What's the point of having a conversation if you're not actually learning something, especially about the person? Like you could be
Oh
a
shit,
complete
Big
psychopath.
Kev's in and I can't see Big Kev. I don't have him blocked. He must have me blocked. It's not my fault, Big Kev.
So
So
I can,
don't tell me about it.
yeah, I can see it. It says, "Hello, Minnie."
Hello, Big Kev. Yeah, I can't see it, but look, totally, I don't have him blocked. So
So he said, "Yo," and then another one. He said, "Hey, Big Kid," something like that.
yo, Big Kev,
Like,
man,
like,
we've been
hello.
having a good time with Minnie. He's gonna come up in a few minutes, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm out of here. Sorry. All right, I'll be watching for a little bit. I still got a few minutes left. Have a good
Cool.
night. Have a good stream of Mini, and maybe next time or time ever, whatever.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, Matt. Yeah,
Hey,
man.
you'll always appreciate you, brother.
Remember, now I split it in half last time, but I'm gonna need more. I don't need that.
So what I was planning was 11 this time. So you could do 5.5 and 5.5.
Oh well, she won't even want it anymore after she does it once. So I'll take it all, but I'll do it twice.
Motherfucker, I dare you at one time take all of them at one sitting.
I'll take 10.
You'll take 10 at one time.
I'll take 10 grams.
Raw or in a cup, like drink.
Don't send me. No, I'm gonna make tea. I'm not fucking around anymore. You need to make tea too. Next time I'm on my channel and we do it, I'm making tea.
Okay, I'll do it with you, dude. I'll do T2. You gotta teach me how
Yeah,
to do
we're
it. I'll
gonna
do.
do tea. We're gonna do tea ceremony. That's the right way to do it. It's wrong to do it like you did. That's why you kept going through flushes. Because all that food that you had, it was getting it to hit the side of your stomach and then go away. And then hit it again and then go away. Fuck
Right.
all that. We're gonna grind it up. We're gonna make tea. Once we get all the tea down, and then eat up what's left.
All right. All right, man. I'm out of here.
All
Bring
right,
Minnie up.
cool, man. Cool, man.
All right,
Minnie,
boys.
come on up.
How the fuck do I get out of here?
I'll kick you out. It's no problem. Minnie, please join up. Poppy, one more smile. Oh, he smiles nice. He smiles all the time. Yep, you guys are gonna talk about art. Hell yeah. Oh, Minnie Manson is in the house. What's going on, Minnie? Oh my
I'm doing
God.
artwork.
You lost so much weight, Minnie.
And
You lost so much weight.
oh shit, you can't see nothing. Okay, I have my pajamas on. But look,
Oh, look at that. Wow.
get that fucking detail. This here, this big size is 8.5 by 11. This is $100.
There you go.
All
There
that
you go,
shit you
Poppy
wanted me to
Carl.
draw. Do you know how long that's going to take? And then they have to
Right?
paint it. So I would have to pencil it first and then ink it, and then
Well, there you go, Poppy Carl. There you go. Now you know.
I hurt my foot. This guy shoved me. I went downtown, and of course, the fucking band never talks to me. I think they hate
Right.
me because I have asked them for phone numbers before so I can contact them.
They don't talk to you, the karaoke band?
I could have called the bar and asked them, but I'm so dumb. I didn't even think of doing it. I could have said, "There's a band showing up today." That's what I'll do
Oh,
from now on. But they didn't call me. I didn't go 2 weeks ago because they didn't call me or nobody told me. I didn't get a notice from this thing called Meetup.
right. Right.
Let me put. I want to put some shorts on. I do not want to accidentally
Yeah, right. No
look at
flash.
this.
Yeah.
I can't walk anymore. I have to limp. I can't even step on my left heel because this creep. When I went to the karaoke tonight, they weren't there. This creep pushed me in the oncoming traffic. If anybody's familiar with Chicago and you know what Congress, I think it's Parkway or Avenue. I don't know. Congress anyway, the street Congress. It's called Congress. It's downtown and it's over by the Federal Correctional Center. And I was going to put one of my stickers up, believe it or not. And right as I'm doing that, some black guy shoves me right into fucking traffic. And had there a car been coming at that time, I would have been killed. I mean, it was right there. It was blocked like you couldn't see the cars, and all of a sudden, here a person's coming out. If there would have been a car or there was multiple cars. It was like an 8-lane highway, and
Well, damn.
the grace of God, I didn't get hit by a fucking car because I shot 10 feet out into the street.
So yeah, I get you, Poppy Carl. He said you got too many good looks. Yeah, that's pretty messed up. But yeah, Minnie, you did have like Ozempic and stuff in this journey, but you don't want
I,
that. You hate it, right?
I went off the Ozempic. I'll tell you about something else. I was telling you about a guy who shoved me into the street. That
Well,
had
no,
nothing
but
to
but
do
he
with me.
was
I didn't like.
asking if you lost all that weight
Oh yeah,
naturally.
that's why. Yeah,
Yeah.
naturally through diet, and then the doctor's like, "Well, you don't need to take so much medicine. You can go on Ozempic now." I was going to plug
But
my
you
phone
didn't
in
like
so it
it.
doesn't
You didn't
drain
have a good
quickly.
experience. It didn't feel good, right?
No, I had headaches and I had problems with my behavior and my moods. The lady at the laundromat, she says, "You seem angry all the time." I'm like, "That's funny because I've been taking this medicine." And then before I said anymore, I said, "How long have you noticed this?" She says, 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I said, "I knew it. It's the Ozempic." That's exactly how long I was taking it. Okay, now my phone is plugged in so it won't drain super fast. And I'm
And
wearing
then
decent clothes. And
after
I'm wearing
after the
shorts.
questions, there you
Ooh.
go. There you go. Minnie's rocking
No
it
one's
right
gonna get
now.
laughed. But I don't know if it was a hate crime. It was like a homeless black guy. He didn't call me any names. He just shoved me. He didn't say anything to me. And then another
Right.
guy came when I was screaming because I was like crying and screaming in rage. And then this other black guy came around. He started shit with me, calling me names, not no
Oh yeah.
racial names, but just names. Call it. He thought I was a woman. So if he would have thought I was a man, he would have killed me. But I had my leopard print shirt on and my makeup, so he thought I was a woman.
Okay. Okay.
I guess that kept me from getting my ass beat. But he starts circling around like this. He's a 6'5", 6'5" tall, skinny, like someone from Somalia would be real skinny, tall. And he's got his hands like this. And he's holding him down and just like running like this, like
Yeah.
he's gonna
Yeah.
shoot me with a gun. So I took out my pepper spray. I said, "I'm gonna fuck you up, motherfucker."
Dude, it looks like he
I
was
stood up
playing
there. I thought
cricket.
I was dead.
When
But
you
I'm
when
from
you got your arms
Chicago.
like that, it looks like he was playing cricket in his mind or something.
That's
You
not
know
a
what I
gun. Like
mean?
he was pointing his hand down like that, like he had a gun, and he's like crouching down, but with his big long legs moving like a spider sideways. No, I didn't know the guy.
Shit.
But yeah, I'm
Shit.
doing my awesome artwork here. I got my book here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead. I'll be right back, Minnie. I gotta go grab some
Since
cigarettes anyway.
Poppy's
I'll be right
watching,
back.
I'll turn the camera on and show you. This is my light up desk here. Yeah, I didn't draw that, but I'm tracing. You see that border there on there? I'm putting it on here so there's a border. And it's dark in here. I don't like it to be light in here. I get headaches, and also it would the bright light too much. But I'm drawing like the border here. I got to draw it in there, like I did here. So I'm borrowing some details from this chibi coloring book I found, and mixing some details with my own, like Vegas baby. I got the font from the internet. I had to go to the library, a shitload. I mailed those cards. I can't show it. Poppy, I mailed your card today. Did you not get my email? Also,
Oh, it's already out,
Ever
huh?
Inferno. Listen, I mailed yours too. Ever Inferno ordered 3 cards. I sent you proof. I sent you tracking number, both you people. I sent you tracking numbers. You should have received my emails. And I know I didn't forget to put the pictures in the body. A lot of times I'll send my email and I'll forget to put pictures in there. Someone had to show me how to do it. So now I know
Right.
how to do it. Because I can't, when I try to click the little clip, the bobby pin or whatever it's called, it never puts it in there. So I just put it in the body.
Okay. Okay.
I sent it.
So
Didn't you see the picture of the envelope in there as well, Poppy? Did I forget to send you the tracking number? Because I can still do that.
yeah, Poppy, and as far as I
When
know, it's Andrew. It's he, him.
Andrew
You know,
Paul
he,
Roach,
him.
it'll say Mini Mansion, but my name's Andrew Paul Roach. So when you send money to my PayPal or my Cash App, you see my real name in there. Yeah, if you see a tracking number, that means it was mailed already. Because once post office puts a tracking number, they own the mail. It's their property until it gets to the destination. So it's protected by the federal government once it leaves your hands. I don't know if you guys know that. So do you see that work over there? There's
Yes, I do.
the second one is ones I did already, and there's about probably 8 more left right there for me to do. That stuff does 2 over there. That's stuff I worked from. So I get these little things here, and I use details from there. This isn't
Oh,
something I do.
wow.
This is something I'm using to help make my artwork better. And I have an extra piece of paper here, so I realize I haven't drawn any of me with the devil mask and no shirt on. So I'm gonna get that one in there
Oh,
too. So
okay.
there's gonna be
With
an
the big
extra page in my
horns.
coloring book, possibly.
With the
My
big
pronouns
horns.
are
Yeah, you should.
sexy.
You need to make a coloring book. How many pages you want to put in that coloring book?
Oh, and yes, my pronouns are he, him, his for everybody, just so you know. And thank you for supporting me, both you guys. Everybody in here, thank you. You guys are being so good to me. And the more cards you buy, it'll help me offset the price of the buttons I just bought. So that is helping me.
You want to see something sexy? Look at that right there.
That's fucking hot. It's blurry though. You gotta hold it to the
I
right
know I
degree.
can't. There's never. You're never gonna read it on my screen, but that's a sexy button right there.
Oh, thank you, Poppy. I can't wait. That's gonna help me to pay for the buttons I just bought. He didn't believe I was going to send him the 150, and I said, "What's your?" I had to hear from him what his Cash App was, because some loser named Bobert Nobody, and that's not Grady. Bobert Nobody's some guy in Florida.
Oh,
He
okay.
can't.
You figured out who
It's
it
not
was. It
Grady.
sounded like
I don't
Grady.
think Grady wouldn't play those kind of games with financial fraud. He's not ever done that to me, so I'll give him credit for that. But this guy
Good.
named Robert, I can't say his last name because that's doxing, but it starts with the letter N. He for some reason saw that he thought I was for Kamala Harris. He started calling me names, and I couldn't figure out why he was just calling me names after 3 years of us being friends. And then I had to go through his Twitter account, which is X now. They call it X. I had to go through there to see comments and see what went wrong, and because he was like, "You don't remember why I'm mad," and so he just starts attacking my body, talking sexual. I mean, in detail about me removing my breasts and about my vagina. I mean, this is shit
Right.
that only
Yeah,
a
that's fucked
stalker
up.
would
Yeah,
talk
bro.
about. And it took me a hell of a long time to figure it out. And I had a private conversation with him for about a week. And he said the most vile, unforgivable things a human could say to somebody. Worse than anything I ever said to you, Joe. What he said to me was 1,000 times worse, if that's
Yes, sir.
possible.
It's all good. It's all good, Minnie. I love you,
Yeah.
Minnie. I don't care what
I
you
love you
say. You
too.
know,
Thank you for not being mad at me. And I'm sorry I got mad the other day too. So
it's
I'm sorry to
okay.
everyone else too. So yeah, like I said before, Grady would not commit any financial fraud that I know of like that. So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
he's
Okay.
listening, I'll
It
give you
just, it
that.
sounded like him, and you know, Well,
It didn't
because
sound like him, but I knew it was that. I knew it was the guy from Florida because
okay,
he
okay,
was in this. I have a server where I catch trolls. It's called the Pith Pit. I got
yeah,
good fans in there too,
the
but there's a
pit
lot of
pit,
trolls in there, and they came together, and
PITH,
I caught them just like a fisherman.
right,
I don't just catch the fish. I know how to be the fisherman, and I caught the trolls in the net, and I pulled him in, and I said, "Yep, he's the one." People think I'm stupid, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm Joe," and I sent you the proof, the screenshot. "Yeah, I'm Joe.
yeah,
Send me $35." And I'm like,
yeah,
"I know what you wouldn't sell me 60 buttons for $35. We already talked about it." So right then I knew that was a scam. So I fucked with him. I said, "Yeah, I'm sending you the money." I said, "I sent you the money. Did you get it?" And he's like, "No." I said, "It's coming through. Sometimes it takes a while." So for like a day, he thought he was going to get money. And then I'm like, "You stupid." I said, "Spaz." I wrote Spaz in there. I said, "Idiot, you stupid fuck. I ain't sending you a dime." And
right.
I didn't know what your Cash App was. And I just
Oh
about
yeah,
almost
okay,
sent it.
okay,
I went to click on it, and I'm like, "Wait a minute. I don't know if this is really his Cash App because you never told
right,
me." So I was looking through your videos and through some other things. I think I saw it on your Discord profile where your Cash App is.
right, right,
And then I asked you on top of it. And when I heard you say it out of your own mouth, that's when I sent you the money. I don't play
right
around. You
on.
get your money just like that.
Well,
How
there
do
you
you get
go,
those
man.
custom stickers with your name and Addy for packages? What does that mean?
What does that mean?
I don't understand what he's asking. I have to put my
Hold on.
Amazon to order stickers. I have to tell a company and pay them for my stickers.
Oh, how does he wants to get like
Oh, I know what you're talking
stickers
about.
like
The
I
little
have.
green. I know what you mean. The little
Stickers like
green
I have
thing.
with signatures and stuff, you know?
No, no, he's talking about the return address label, the green one with my picture on it. Well, I went on what do you call that? Vistaprint, and they have templates. Not that it's the envelope which I sent it on. Don't show my address, but it's green and that's got my picture, my little circle. It's got my name and address on there. I got that from Vistaprint. What I did was I went in there for let's see, for address labels, and they give you a template and you can design it. And it takes a long time to do it. If you don't know what you're doing, it's going to take a while because
Right,
there's a lot of
right.
clicking and moving things around and resizing little tiny areas. And you got to make sure the box is big enough so the text is visible because it's easy to make a mistake. They're going to print what you send them, so you got to be precise. So yeah, I put that all together, and that's where my fan club membership card came from. The one you have, the red one,
Yes.
Vistaprint. I had Vistaprint make those, and by the way, the letters are embossed and raised. You can
Oh,
put your
yeah.
finger. Did you know that the letters are
No,
embossed
because
on
I
there?
didn't take it out. I didn't take it out of the container.
That's a quality. It's shiny on one side and it's got
Right.
embossed letters.
That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't take
I
it
like
out of
good
the
stuff. I
protector.
don't sell shit just for money alone. I like the buttons. A lot of those buttons would be given away, but I would like to sell enough, But I don't buy when I buy stuff. I don't buy it with. I don't sit there diamond nickeling, and I don't know how to say this. Nickel and
Yeah,
diming
I get it.
myself. I got 100 stickers. I gotta sell each one. No, I don't live by that philosophy.
For sure, for sure.
I have to be loose with the merch, you
You
know.
got to do
Yeah,
like the 3 for 10 button pack though, so
yeah,
that you
that's what
sell
I'm
them
gonna
all
do.
together.
Yes, I'm gonna sell it separate from the fan club. Yes, like you suggested. But the fan
There you
club
go.
does include the lapel pin. That's the incentive to join it. So now I got to
Right.
finish some artwork while I'm talking to you, if that's okay.
That's
So I'm gonna
beautiful.
take
No
my
problem.
border.
No problem. I'm telling you, you look so thin. I'm sorry that Ozempic was not nice to your body, but
Yeah. I also like cut butter and margarine out of my body, and
okay,
I
okay.
don't eat cheese anymore. But once in a while I do. I'm not a Nazi about it, if you know what I mean. I do
Yeah, I
have my.
do.
I just haven't bought any store bought cheese in the last 6 months, and I
Cool.
love my store. But I love Munster cheese,
Yes, yes. We
and I
bought
like the.
some, but my son he kept sneaking around at night and eating all the monsters, so it's all gone.
Yeah, that's what I used to do too. I like the salt. That's it's salty. That's what I like
Yeah,
about
it
it.
is salty. Yeah, it's pretty
It's
good. Yeah.
it's crisp and fresh and salty. I don't like when it gets all like nasty and soft. Ugh. So anyway, in a few months, maybe this summer, I'll be able to have some cheese again. Every once in a while, I go back to it.
Right, right, right.
because life is miserable enough when not having my cheese
I know, man. I know. I have to
and my
be so
soda.
strict right now.
The
I
doctor even
told
told me I
you
could
ahead
have some
of time. I
soda.
said, "Hey, I'm going to lose weight when it's my birthday." You said, "Why not do it now?" I said, "I just have to ritualize it, you know."
Yeah, that makes
So,
sense.
but it's been going well. I lost at least 12 out of the 30 that I'm trying to lose first, so I'm working on it.
You'll have to cut the butter out of your life, the margarine, the sugars.
Yeah,
Even
yeah. I was a
do
little
it for
bit disappointed. I got an A1C and my sugar is the same, so I got to cut sugar or alcohol is really the thing. It's not really
alcohol.
sugar.
You gotta cut that.
Yeah.
Bread. You could do it for like 5 months or something, or 4 months.
Hey, man, I'll try my best.
I like my beer belly, but you know what? God doesn't want me to have a beer belly, so
Nah, you want to be healthier. You want to
my
feel better.
penmanship is good. Thank you.
You have beautiful penmanship, of course. Yeah.
I write like a retard too. I'll cram words and I'll try to write something. The words will be too big on the left, and as I go to the right, the fuckers cram and get thinner and thinner. That enrages me. So I pencil in my letters now. If someone asks me to put words on a card, that's the first thing I put
Oh,
on
you
the
take your
card.
time. Yeah.
I'm working on a card now, another Guar card. Some guy hired me to send it to someone in Florida because I guess I want to
Okay.
troll that Bobert guy.
What kind of
But
guar
shit, I hope
card?
I didn't just spill the fucking beans. I better shut up.
What kind of guar card are you doing though?
But he's got a sword up, but I can't tell you what it says in there. I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay. All
You'll
right.
see a picture of it later on once he gets it. Because I
It's a
post everything in my server.
Sadama Go Go.
Not Saddam. I remember Saddam Hussein. I used to make buttons. I used to have a button maker. I'd make
Yeah.
political buttons for George Bush, for free. I just make them.
Right.
And I'd go to
Right.
the campaign headquarters and I'd just pass them out. George Bush for president.
Right.
So
Right.
damn
Right.
insane, Saddam Hussein. I love
Right.
George Bush very much. He was my favorite president. I
George
miss
Bush
him.
Senior. Senior.
George Senior, yeah. I love
Yeah.
George
Okay.
Bush Senior. Even his son I love, but I love George Bush Senior and Barbara Bush. They used to write letters to me handwritten. I'd write
Yeah.
to them and they'd write back, and it wasn't a machine that did it because the White House would call me and they'd say, "Hey, did you get the letter yet?" I got calls from the fucking White House. I
That's
drew a
crazy,
picture of
man.
George Bush Senior fly fishing because he really liked to do that, and I sent the picture to him, and they put it up in a Texas A&M George Bush Museum, and
Oh
they
yeah.
called and told me, and they said, "Well, it's not going to be up all year. We rotate the exhibits, but from time to time, your picture will be in
So they
there."
put up like it's like a painting or a drawing that you did of George
Yes,
fly
a
fishing.
watercolor painting.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. No, I know about that museum. That's one of the grand libraries that we have. It's a really
I'd like
great
to
place.
go. Yeah, and they used to
Yeah.
write me. They have I guess they have a place on College Point Drive in Houston,
Yes,
and
they can see Big Kev. I cannot see Big Kev. I don't have him blocked.
you don't have him blocked, but you might have him muted. You probably muted him or timed him out in your chat. And what I told you, like if you go in your YouTube studio,
I looked at everything. Everything's clear. Everything's
I
clear.
would have to guide you. If you came on the phone with me, I could show you. I would go in there and find it, and then I'll tell you where it is, and then you'll see a list of people, and there'll be a little X next to their name. And if you just hit the X and get their name out of there, it'll open it up so
Oh,
they can they can talk again.
oh shit. Poppy
I can
Carl
help
lives
you with
on
this.
the
I can
road,
help
man.
you with this,
He
but
lives
you
on the
gotta
road.
give me about 10 minutes of your time, and I can show you where it is.
We'll do that. We'll do that. Thank you.
And then you can unblock him. He's not blocked, he's muted. There's two different things. Believe
Okay.
me, I learned about this. It took me a while to learn.
All right. So Big Kev, hang tight if you can.
Yep,
Um,
you'll be unmuted soon.
you'll be unmuted soon if you can. Just hang tight.
There is a token elf. See here.
Listen to Minnie, Joe. I do listen to Minnie Ever. Jeez, Ever.
Yeah, remember when I used to be a paralegal? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers when you were a paralegal. Yes, we'll draft up a cease and desist letter. Let's time to do it.
I almost did that to somebody. I'm
Somebody
glad I
else is
didn't though.
selling your merch, Minnie. Somebody else is trying to sell your merch. You better put a cease and desist up right now.
Actually, the truth is, if you wanted to sell my merch, I couldn't do anything about it until I like trademark my image. If I trademark
Sure,
my image,
sure.
that costs about $2,000, then you would not be able to sell anything with my picture on it without giving me money. That's
I
when you'd
wouldn't
get
mess
cease
with
and
you
desist.
anyway. I'm not messing with you anyway.
You were joking around. I thought you were serious because somebody actually did do that. That guy from the shitcock guy, the Gonzo. I
Yeah,
left the
yeah.
server
And
again. Those people
I
are
told you
nuts.
that I understand people. They made fake like fucking PayPal's. I saw that where it would be like a
I don't know
mini
about
mansion, but
PayPal's,
it
but for
wasn't
sure they were
you.
making cash apps. They were making
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. I saw that. Yeah, it wasn't you. That
I
was messed up.
reported them. Now my cash app is I have one. It's Mini Mansion Talent. There's none of this Mini Mansion 2 or official or nothing or the real Mini. None of that. There's YouTube accounts. I report those. I report any fake accounts. And God forbid they should use my videos without my permission. Even if they cover it or make it small in a corner, even if they put like waves on it,
Right?
YouTube will actually still strike people's videos. People think that, well, hell, I'll show a movie here and I'll just make it small in the corner and put lines through it.
Yeah, they try. Yeah,
Their
they try.
videos still get struck. I'm very much an expert in copyright law because I went to school for that. That was kind of my minor. When I went to paralegal school, I went to Roosevelt University. They have a civil litigation program, so I studied it, mostly
Cool,
contract law and things like that.
cool, cool.
So I didn't know I was going to be an entertainer, but I always wanted to be. And I went to the teacher. Her name was Denitra Vance. She was on a season of Saturday Night Live, and she was my acting teacher. She said, learn everything you can now. Study acting all the time. Study whatever you want to do, because one day your opportunity will come, and you'll be ready. She says, "Be ready." And so I
Right?
kind of took her advice for not just for acting, but for everything that I do. She ended up dying of cancer. She was such a sweet lady. So a lot of famous people were teachers at Columbia College, 600 South Michigan. That's the campus, the main campus I would go on.
Yo, Rusty. Hey, Rusty, how you doing? Yeah, man.
If
Big
I miss
Kev.
anyone
Yeah,
in the
he's a
chat,
big
please
guy. He's
forgive
a big
me.
guy named Kevin. Yes.
Hey, Rusty, six foot
Uh,
four tall.
did y'all know not using your real name online is against the law? Oh, get out of here, whatever, Poppy. They made it a felony in 1996.
Oh, I like to joke with people about laws. I'll tell my friend Dylan, I'll be like, it's a felony to have your TV on while an ad is playing
Right.
while I'm on the phone, or otherwise you could go to prison for that. And he gets all scared and shit.
Dylan is Biggie Munson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't worry,
Dylan's
he ain't
Biggie
gonna
Munson.
flash your show or nothing like that.
One of these days when you were mad at me, Dylan was trying to stand up for you, and I was like, Dylan, don't you fuck with me. I said,
He
I
does
got
that,
you. I got your
and
number.
yeah, yeah.
Don't you fuck with me. I said, I know Minnie, you don't know me. So
I
back off.
told him, I told him you were a mob guy and
Yeah,
that you would
yeah,
fucking spit up.
yeah.
He'll sit there using that. He'll be like N word this and N word that, and with the hard R right in front of the people.
Right,
He's in a group home, and the guys are mean to him. And
right,
so
right,
he'll use racial epithets and, we'll laugh out loud. And the guy calls me all kinds of names. He calls me a faggot and I laugh at him. I'm like, do you know I'm from Chicago?
right,
And so I was
right,
using those words too right in front of him. I'm like, I'm from Chicago. I'm blacker than you are.
right, right. Hell yeah,
And then
man.
he's a
Hell yeah.
mobster and he likes lobster. You silly ass gooses, geese.
Yeah, Minnie is a definitely not only a silly goose, but definitely a shot caller. He's a mobster. He's taking care of Chicago.
That's right.
The best one is you in the white suit, just
Oh,
saluting with
yeah.
the
With
wine
the
glass.
finger. No, I didn't have a
That's
wine
very
glass. I was doing that
gangster.
with my finger. I
That's
don't have
very
any
gangster.
wine glasses in any of my pictures. It's
Oh
rare when you
wow.
see me
Okay.
drink.
Well, it's
Like I
just an
drank
illusion.
champagne one time on a show, but that was a special occasion we were celebrating. I don't even
Well,
have
good
any
for
more
you.
liquor. I don't like any kind of forms of liquor other than champagne, really. And sometimes beer, but I'll never go or a martini or something. Like if I go sing and there's a small drink, I can handle something small, but no big cups or no big bottles. Hell no. If I drink wine, it would be no more than a little cup like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't even
Now,
handle red
when
wine.
you go to the like Chicago has tons of street festivals and stuff. Sometimes they
Yeah,
have to have like
I don't drink it.
alcohol.
Oh, I don't drink at the street festivals or nothing like that. I'll drink
Okay.
can of soda is $3, so I'll go to Walgreens and go get some with my food stamps and come into the fest. But then if I get super thirsty for a cold one, it's always Coca-Cola because they have a limited selection of soda in the festivals, and they close the streets off to protect so people aren't just coming in and swarming the place. They
Yeah, yeah.
bottleneck it. They look at each person who comes in, whether it's a free one or not. Some are suggested donation. I like to buy the fish and chips whenever they come. That's one of my favorite meals. You know, sometimes they'll have
Yeah, fish
pizza.
and chips, fantastic. I love fish and chips, bro.
The best fish and chips I had were in Las Vegas at my hotel. There's a restaurant in the basement, the Hilton Honors Hotel,
Okay, okay.
and it's on the strip over there by the Sahara, Sahara and Las Vegas Boulevard. That's where the Sahara, and then you go down a little, and the Hilton's right there, and across the street's a Fountain Blue.
Right. You hate
Cool.
fish, the worst thing
Poppy,
about your faith. You don't like
are
fish?
Poppy's? Are you Catholic? Awesome. It's cool that you're cool in your faith. And I won't draw any satanic things if you don't want. I do respect people's faith, and I love Catholics, believe it or not. I do. Catholic, yay! I'll show you my rosary. I collect certain rosaries.
There
All
you
my
go.
bu-
There you go.
all my best
I got
friends,
rosaries too.
people who helped me throughout my life, financially, emotionally, otherwise, just being there for me, were always Catholic. Watch, I'm gonna show you something. You're gonna love this.
Well, hey, man, I'm a Catholic,
I actually paid
confirmed
money for
Catholic.
this. This was not free. I paid money for this. This is a Sicilian rosary. I'll put it on here.
Wow.
See that? It's green. I'm gonna turn the
Yep.
light on so you can see it better. See if you can see it better. Let me turn this light on because that bothers me. Okay.
You were talking about Catholic castles there
See that? Look at
yesterday,
the
I heard.
cross here.
Yes. Yes. Oh, wow. Look at that.
So I don't like purposely
That's not
disrespect.
a cross, it's a crucifix.
Okay, and it's I know what is this called? The decades when there's 10 of them.
Yeah.
There's the red, green, and the white for the Italian people, and this is highly quality made,
Yeah, those are crystals, yeah.
kind of. It's like King Cobra. We're not on King Cobra. I have to say I don't like him. He is pretty. He believes in all that shit. To me, it's just like a show. I
You
hope I
think
didn't send it.
King Cobra
Okay,
believes in
I drew
what?
you a Cyrax card, and there's nothing. There's no imagery, no pentagrams. I'm glad you told me that now. And
Right.
when you hire,
Yeah.
I'll try to remember because I confuse people. I do forget things. You can remind me next time when you hire me. You can say reminder. No, no. Just say my faith. Respect my faith. No, no
Yeah.
pentagrams, and
Yeah.
I'll
He
remember that.
he loves Jesus, man. He's got, that.
But yeah, I love the Catholic faith. I'm trying to learn more about it. I was going to actually convert to it because of my friend Bob, because I wanted to, when I was a female, I wanted Bob to marry me, but he was, special needs. And he always lived with his mom his whole life, and then she died. And I said, Bob, I'd still marry you if you don't want to live with me, because he didn't believe in living with a woman in sin. Even
Right.
before
Right.
his mom was alive, his dad died when his mom was still alive and he was living with her. I said, I'll convert. And his mom said, no. She said, you got to be born into the faith. She wouldn't accept because when you're born with it, you have a different way of looking at it than when you convert. Many times people convert and they'll still be in their old ways with their old way of thinking and maybe the religion they were having. A lot of it's just like with Islam. When you grow up with it, you're used to washing up 5 times a day and praying. But if a lot of people who discover it late in life, they don't want to keep doing that because it's time consuming and they're not used to it. So like a
Yeah.
lot of women will leave Islam because of that.
Yeah, Poppy Carl, if we had to dock, I mean, we'll have to touch heads. I'll pull your foreskin this way, I'll pull mine that way, and we'll just have to dock, back and forth and just make sure.
I have no idea what the hell he just said.
Now you don't want to hear about that. That's all bullshit anyway.
He never heard of it. Disrespecting the devil is fine. I do disrespect him. The devil hates us. Do you think people are in there saying that the devil doesn't love you and I'll pray for you and you need to find Jesus? They'll say it in the comments. They said, I know Jesus and I'm like, I
Right?
know the devil hates me and I'm using him to get fame. So most of my fans, when I was Mini Manson, I was in the Maryland Manson and they all thought that I was satanic. So
Yes, yes.
I used it to create the illusion of power and it worked. And people were giving me money for merch and shit. I lost it all my Marilyn Manson fans I lost in time because I,
Yeah.
I finally started speaking out against Marilyn Manson. He's a
You
big
know,
we.
Minnie, you already know what my wife thinks you should be called, right?
Yeah, I don't really like that name though.
Minnie Mayhem? You don't like Minnie
Yeah.
Mayhem?
No.
No?
I think
Okay.
it's okay. I have another guy calls me Mini Molester. I don't like that either.
Well, I wouldn't
That
like that. Jeez,
Mini
that's not a
Molester.
nice one.
So
Come
that's not
on
gonna
now.
work either. Some guy named Corey calls me that. That guy's hated me. He got jealous the first day he met me because I used to
Yeah.
go on the Wendy Pack show with Wendy, and I found that she set that up on purpose just to get me to fight with him, and so she could get clout.
Wendy the R word.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
She's actually that kind of vindictive person. You wouldn't
Yeah.
expect a retard to be vindictive, but after I got into the world, I realized that I have a form of autism myself. I'm on the spectrum, but I'm high functioning.
No, ever, ever. Back in the day,
I'm
on
high
Howard
functioning, but I'm
Stern,
on the spectrum. I know I
Wendy
am.
Pack used to be in, and they used to call her Wendy the retard.
Yeah, but I didn't just know about autism and I didn't understand about people until I got on the internet. And I've been on it a while now. I know how to relate better to people. I
Yeah,
understand people
yeah. A
more.
lot of people
I
have
didn't
that.
before.
A
I
lot of
didn't.
people have that.
Yeah, and I didn't know even anything about that. I was always so sheltered my whole life. The internet opens a new world for you where you could just meet people from all over the world just like that. So when I was growing up, if you wanted a pen pal, you had to write to a magazine and send it to them and wait a few months just to get the person like to write you if they accepted your request to be a
Maybe or
pen
maybe
pal.
not. Yeah, for
I
sure.
did the
Yeah.
pen pal program with people in Russia and it was awesome. And I would get
That is,
photographs from them and real handwritten letters. God, I miss that.
yep, yep. Yeah, I
And I
used to have a pen pal in Canada.
cool. I would wait months to get it.
Hmm.
Vindictiveretards.com. Retards can be vindictive, I'm telling you.
That's a pretty good. Yeah, that's a pretty good fucking website there. Vindictive retards.
Is, is that a real
Retards could be
website?
everything.
Is that a real website, Vindictive
No,
Retards?
no, no, no. He was making it up. Sean's just talking
I
about
know
it
they
because
have
Wendy can be.
revenge.com. They have one called revenge.com where you can get
I'm not going
revenge.
there.
And see
Revenge is
what
like literally an illegal activity, revenge porn and whatnot. I'm not getting into that shit. You know what I'm
no, not
saying?
revenge porn, just revenge, like dumping poop or leaves on someone's porch and stuff like that.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I'm not.
Where'd you
Yeah,
get the
I
idea
don't
about
want to do
porn? I didn't mention no naked ladies.
that. Oh shit. Well,
Like taking pictures of naked people and sending them to the person's wife and ruining their life. Nothing like
I
that.
don't think that's what revenge porn is. I think it's when somebody sends you a picture and then you don't like them later, and then you just try to fucking advertise it around.
Oh, I know what you mean. Like showing their nudes.
Yeah, showing the nudes that they sent you. Stuff like that. It's
Chuck
a
Stigall.
serious crime. It's a
Chuck
serious crime.
Stigall one time. Chuck Stigall, that gay vampire, went on
I
and
know
he
who he is.
jacking
Yep,
off
yep.
like that. I mean, that's fucked up. I never done that bad even.
Damn.
He's a cat killing porn freak bastard.
Yeah, yeah, man.
He is actually.
It's so funny. I just like slipped and said vampire to you, but people
He
who
is.
identify as vampires are usually like kind of the worst people ever. You know what I mean? They're
Thank
kind of
you. I don't.
really
And
bad.
I do not identify as that. So
Neither do I. I just accidentally said that because I like to stay up late or whatever. But yeah, people
I
who
don't even know what you
actually
said.
think
So
they're
don't worry.
vampires are pretty whack. They really are.
I actually understand a lot what people say. Sometimes I'll play stupid on purpose. Just to test people. I think people are finding that out about me.
Cornfreakbastard.com, he said. I don't know why.
I will literally pretend like I am fucking retarded, and then I'll just get
I
people
know.
to talk, and then that's how I get information.
You're smart. You're very
I know
intelligent.
I did that with this servers called the SSS, and when I was in California the first time with Elisa Jordan, I'm pretending that I'm like, oh, I'm on the way to the hotel. I basically give her a runaround for 3 hours and telling her I'm going to show up, and I made up all these elaborate excuses why I wasn't there, and because I told her, I said, "Oh, the trolls chased me out of the Hotel Roosevelt, and I'm at the Godfrey, and she's on the roof of the Godfrey waiting for me for like 3 hours." Boy, did I
Right,
piss
right,
her
right.
off. I told her I was in a chicken suit. Porn freak, what is
Elisa,
it? Pornfreakbastard.com. You
yep, yep.
fuck. I'm a retard. Do. I'm a retard. Even when I'm not looking at the
He
camera,
has
I'm super excited.
insomniability. He's not soluble or whatever. He's insomnable.
I like the word retarded. Retarded.
Yeah, that's
I'm a
that's what I call
retard.
dough. I call dough retarded. I don't know about people.
I'll be watching like old movies and it'll actually use the word retard like it's nothing. I love old movies and how things used to be in the olden days. In the 1950s, you could actually say someone's retarded and it wouldn't be considered a slur.
Yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah, that it was the only way to explain it actually back then.
Yeah, retarded just means to hold back. That's what that word means. To
Yeah, it means it's
retard
like less
something.
than grown. It's not grown up to its whole potential.
That too, like it's kind of stunted, like me.
Yeah, that's big mini, man. Mini's
Retarded.
not stunted. That's big mini.
Yeah, I'm 5'4" actually. And when I took testosterone when I was 47 years old, I took it for like 2 years, around 46, 47, 48 years old. And
Right.
within 2 years, my feet grew to size 8.5. And they used to be size 6. Now they're 7.5. So they shrunk a little because I took estrogen now and I don't take testosterone. But I actually grew, I was 5'1" for over 50, oh, close to 50 years. And then right around when I was 46, 47. By the time I was 48 years old, I grew 3.5 inches.
Wow. There you go.
It was some kind
That's
of weird
crazy,
latent
man. That's
puberty.
crazy.
And I'm still tall too. My height didn't shrink. Oh yeah.
Yo,
Let's
Area
do a little
51, we're on the
song.
night shift. We're looking at Minnie's art. Look, show that again, Minnie.
Can you see it well?
A little bit. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you
That's
guys have a
nice.
if you have a television, you will be able to see this better. I even got details in the chair here. You see the chair?
Yep.
That's probably the most detailed one when it comes to the logo there. It says Cats Meow Las Vegas. That's where I sent you a sticker, a yellow one. It says Cats Meow. You're a star at the Cats Meow karaoke.
Awesome. Awesome.
You have that sticker.
Poppy Carl's got a dock with Ever. You guys are going to dock.
We're gonna dock. What does that mean? He's
Oh,
gonna
you
dock.
put your dickheads together and then you pull your foreskin back and forth. You just play with each
Oh, I
other
did
after
that to
that.
two German Krauts one time.
You did it to
When I
two
was in my
crowds?
German phase, I took these two old guys that used to be Nazis into my apartment. I used to
Yeah.
live in a dump back then. Just this one tiny little room that was as small as this living room, just the
Right.
living room part, not that part too. But yeah, and I took these two old German guys and we went in the shower because Germans are paranoid about germs, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
So
And
we
you
were all
got the wiener schnitzels together?
That's yeah. It was when I used to drink like a motherfucker. I'd go to the German stuff. They give me free beer and I did sloth. I don't do that no more. But yeah, I took their dicks and I was doing that together.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
They were like
Yeah.
SS officers back then in Nazi Germany. So, I mean, these guys were fucking old, but they were like healthy old. When German people get in their 80s, 90s, it's like they're as young and spry as like a 45-year-old. These people, they just live a better life. They take care of themselves. They got the money to do so. They're European.
And then you just janking on a German, just yanking them off, just putting them together.
Docking requires only one uncut bloke. Oh, you're English then, aren't you? Bloke. I like
Right,
that word.
ever, you gay Englishman, you.
I like English slang.
I do too.
Wanker.
I'm
I was
totally chuffed. to speak with you tonight, you wanker.
I was in Florida, and one night I was outside, like it was like 12 at night, and these people were visiting. They were tourists, and they're by the hotel, and the lady's telling her husband, "Piss off, you bloody
Right?
wanker." And
Piss
I
off,
fell down on
ugly.
the ground laughing. It was so funny
It is funny. Yeah, it is.
because of what she
He's not
said. Because
gay.
me and my friend Bob used to joke around about that stuff. My friend Bob he's ex-friend, you
Right,
know,
right.
he loved everything that had to do with England. They call it a Britphobe or
Anglophile.
something. What is it?
Anglophile.
Anglophile. Okay.
Anglophile. Yeah, he's Anglophile.
Yeah, he does say, instead of saying he's white, he'd say I'm Anglo-Saxon. I'm like, Bob, just say white. You sound like a snob.
Right,
And I'd
right, right.
get on his case for that.
You don't know if Minnie's joking. Minnie's not joking. Minnie put two Kraut's Wiener Schnitzels together and janked them
True.
off. It's true. It's not a
It's
fucking
true.
joke. It's just true, Everett.
That was a long. Let me see what year was that I did that. 2010. So yeah, I mean, it was like 15 years ago.
Right, right. And there's no joke to it ever. He
Belty
did it.
Krauts, Achtung! And I would
Yeah.
yell when they would be walking. I'd be behind them, and I'd say Achtung, and they'd stand at attention because they were used to being,
They're
SS
trained, bruh.
Nazi.
Yep, they're trained, bruh.
This guy was in like the Hitler Youth and the SS. I mean, the guy was scary as fuck. It's okay if you're a homo.
Yeah, right. And a fairy or whatever. Yeah, yeah.
Seriously, I have no problem with homos and gay
You say
people.
you're not gay or whatever, but whatever.
Where I come from, being gay is like being happy, and you
I'm
should be
happy.
happy. See, I got this shit all entrenched in here, and I got some stars. I put one there. I put one there. I don't want to overdo it or anything. I'm seeing that something on the top might be in order. So
Well, Minnie, I'm very proud of my stickers that I put on my guitar of yours. And then you were telling me, well, don't even play guitar anymore. Nobody wants to hear that or whatever.
just
But I'm
joking. I
still
didn't mean
very
that. I,
proud. I'm still proud.
everything I said when I was angry, I didn't mean so.
I
I
know,
get
I
like
know,
that.
Minnie, I know.
It's a
I'm
true
fucking
mental
with you.
illness. I lose a lot of fans because of that.
You're not gonna
And it's
lose
not,
me. Don't worry. I got a thick skin, bro.
I hope so, because I'm pretty fucked up when I get
I might
angry.
jerk off two Germans, and I'm not gonna give a shit about it. It doesn't bother me.
Ooh, fuck, this is cool. Maybe I could put that on there. Let's see, would that fit there?
He's a mostly closeted gay.
I wonder if I could put that on
That
there.
just means your family doesn't know. So don't, like that's not a big
Ooh,
deal.
I could put these roses on there. See these roses on the bottom? Wait, no, that's the wrong one. What did I do? Oh, that's something else.
You're
Okay, see these
fine, Poppy
roses?
Call.
See
You're
those
not gonna say
roses?
the wrong thing, man. You're not gonna say
Those,
the wrong thing. We'll survive.
those roses on the bottom, I'll just put it under here, and I'll just trace some of them. So
Okay.
there'll be something on the top, because it's a coloring book, and people are going to want to sit there and color all the tiny things.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this 2B coloring book, really gave me a good idea on how to do it because it's so well drawn and so detailed. Look at the detail in that shit.
Yeah, man. That's what I think tattoo artists, that's what they do now. They make coloring books and stuff. You could design really grand tattoos, by the
I've
way. I
done
mean,
that.
it's up to you, but yeah, you've done it?
I've
Okay.
done that. I've done that. And some people had to tell them, I'll draw this for you, but I recommend you don't get the tattoo. And here's why, and I tell them, like
Right.
one lady that she washed out of the Marines and she wanted to. The women back then had the Women's Marine Corps cover, but I think it's all the same now. They had
Okay.
like this white cover, and she wanted me to put a rose and USMC. So I said, I think you should keep this picture, but I don't think you should get the tattoo because it's going to remind you for the rest of your life that you watched at a boot camp. That's a sign of failure, and I don't want you to get
Right.
suicidal. And she took my advice.
Okay. Okay.
And then
That's
when I
interesting.
designed that 4th Battalion logo in 19, it was on January 7th. I remember the date because I was already, they put me in something called recycled, where you have to go and they take inventory of all your stuff that they've given you while in boot camp, and they put it take it away. They take your rifle and they give you some sweat clothes and gym shoes. They take the boots away and the camis and all that. You don't get to keep that shit when you leave unless you graduate. So
Right.
they said they found out I was an artist, so I had all these women drill instructors running to me, draw this, design our battalion flag. This, I mean, I had so much work, I just barely could sleep. So I did my
Right.
best, and I slopped up this one lady. I knew I was leaving the next day, so I just slopped the shit up and didn't even do it good. But for
Right.
the first few days I was there, on January 7th, I remember drawing it. I just remember that date. That's when I created the Marine Corps of two swords and Mameluke swords, and the drill instructor had. They brought a bunch of stuff in, and they said, I mean, they had real swords, the real cover. They said, we want you to draw the logo because the women didn't have a logo. The three battalions, 1, 2, and 3, the men's battalions did have a very generic 1, 2, 3, like the numbers were very cheap and generic drawn. So I drew a stylized 4 on there, and it stood out and blew the men's logos away. And I didn't know for
Right.
like 20 years that they were using that. No one ever told me. You don't get
Oh, they
credit
were
in the
using your
military when you draw
design?
something. It's in house. It's a government. So
That's amazing. Yep. Yep.
I
They
knew
own
I
it
drew it, and I was
anyway.
so
Yeah.
happy. I was so pissed I became homeless later and had to throw all my artwork and all the proofs I did. I had all the original drawings from when I drew that shit, and it's all gone now.
Yes. Yes. And you lost
Bums
the
me out.
photographs of your youth and everything else being homeless, right?
Everything.
Poppy Carl was asking if you do art every day as a main hobby.
Yes. Well, thank
Okay.
you, Sean. Oh, he says I'm handsome.
Sean said handsome Manson. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I like that. Yeah, eventually, sometime soon I'll send you the drawing that I made when you were on here, but I just
Yeah,
wanted
you
to
could.
keep the buttons separate. I just wanted
Yeah,
to get
hold
that
on to
out.
that. Yeah, never combine things.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
Oh, I could call myself mini murderer. I'll
Yeah.
kill you, FBI. If only I could show you what I'm doing here, but it's so bright. I don't know if it would. I don't know how to angle the phone to show you.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We know what
Don't
you're
you hate,
doing. You're
yeah,
working.
don't you hate when you're watching a show, you can't see what the fuck people are doing and they're halfway off the camera? I mean, Jesus Christ, man.
I know, man. It looks
Fix
like
yourself.
all I
Yeah.
can see is your neck. I mean, it might as well be a penis coming out of your sweater there. Oh, there we
Mm,
go. There
that was
we
my penis. Let me pull off my pants. Boom, bitch.
go. Pull
Can
up
you
your
see me
pants.
now? Asshole. Mm-mm. Yeah,
Poppy
I don't
Carl
know.
has no art type hobbies. He's terrible at it. Yeah, I understand that, man. It's hard. Yeah.
Let me tell you, I didn't know before art cards came out, I wasn't doing art at all for like 15 years. I didn't touch a pencil or markers or paint.
Poppy does fish tanks, cars, and when you say cars, you mean like all kinds of engines actually, and pew pews. That would
Pew
be
pews. I know
yeah,
what
pew
that is.
pews.
A GUN.
Yeah, there you go. I got a gun, man. Yeah,
I
that's
can't
cool,
believe
Poppy. That's cool.
I
Hobby
just
wise,
can't believe I can't believe how lucky I was today. I didn't get killed. Because I'm thinking about that street. That's
yes,
what
yes,
I might maybe I'll go downtown one day and if I'm over there again, I'll go live and I'll take a picture of it. I'll show you like what the traffic is like. And there's
man.
always
Chicago is hardcore. You were across from the what it was, a car lot, and you got the gunshots and they ran around,
oh, that was a
and
different time. In my neighborhood that happened at like 1 in the morning. I was hanging up garage sale signs.
yep, yep.
One of the cars was a
So,
white car. I don't remember. And just some guys shooting. I didn't see their faces or nothing and didn't
of
care.
course you
I'm
didn't,
used to
because you're
guns.
a pro, Minnie. You don't know nothing. You were looking at the ground the whole time. But
Well, I'm used to guns and shit, and I don't snitch on people anyway. So they
yo,
knew I
have a
wasn't a
great night,
threat. They left
Sean.
me alone.
See you later, Sean. Peace out, bro.
I mean, even if the cops said, "What did you say?" I'd say nothing. All I did was hear two pops and two cars, and they were driving so fast I couldn't even remember
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah. I could tell, man. I could tell. You have to
See,
survive. You have to
fucking
survive.
see the flowers I just drew right there, up on the top
Yep,
above the ribbon. That
yep,
really
yep.
carries the picture. That makes it better, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yes.
could put another star in here, possibly. 'Cause that looks
Be good
empty.
out there, Sean. Sean's a good man. He'll probably just, hang out at home, take care of his fish,
This,
take care of his animals.
see that skull right there?
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Right there.
Yes, yes.
I have this backwards, so it's hard for me to see it.
That's pretty awesome, Minnie. That's pretty awesome.
I think it's under the pentagram here. Well, I can't see it when I pulled it backwards, but here, I'll show it to you the other way.
Does he go to Guts? You mean Sean? Yeah, Sean goes to Guts. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, you see that right there?
I'm sorry, Big Kev. He says if I have you muted, he'll help me fix it.
I'm gonna help him, Kev. I promise. So you got to make time to call me.
Oh, I see that. I see that. That's
I'm,
awesome. Yep.
it's just a part of this. I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna like put it on the table, like on the table here. There's nothing, so that would look good right there, wouldn't it?
Right.
So I put a star behind there. I'm gonna put another one right there because it's a little blank. Got the roses there. So like I said, I'm taking little pieces from that, TV books, sticking little things like that, the borders.
Is that like a light up table for you to draw on? Like that's how it's
Yeah,
made?
look, see?
Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck yeah,
Cool.
look at that.
There you go. Okay. Wow. Ha!
See, see, there's a lot of little lines here, so people could just color all like a paint by number, so they don't have to color one giant area. So that's why I got lines on my face so that they can color it different colors. It's kind of like a guide.
He already has my address, Carl.
What comment did you want Joe to
I
see? I
can't see
see
his fucking chat, but he
Joe
already
can't
has
see my
my address.
comment. It says,
And if,
yeah,
and if
have a
he
good
wants
night.
to kick my ass,
Listen,
I will
Big,
fucking crumble his bones.
Big Kev said, have a good night, everyone.
He didn't say he would kick my ass.
No, it doesn't say anything like that in here.
Yeah, Poppy Carl's he's starting shit again.
Is he? Oh, we have to kill him now.
Nah, he's fine. He's fine.
I know him now. Now that I understand Poppy, I'm not offended when he jokes around. I didn't know him before. I don't watch every show you do, and I don't know everything about everyone. So it
I
was kind of
know.
weird
I
the
know.
other day. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know.
What the fuck? Where are all these stupid voices coming from? They're all people. They're good people, man. They're fine.
Man, my diabetes makes me so thirsty all the time. It's like it never quenches my thirst, ever. So when a doctor once used to say to me, do you get thirsty? I'm like, doesn't everyone? And they're like, no, thirsty. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, you'll know when it happens. When
Yeah,
the diabetes,
yeah,
I know it now. I know what they're talking about.
yeah, for sure, man. Yep. I can't.
I
I
get
mean,
so
in the
thirsty.
summertime, we
Hmm.
get like everywhere we go, we ask for like pitchers of ice water in the summertime, and we drink so much.
They're always saying not to drink like ice cold water, that it shocks your system. But sometimes there'll be times when I do need cold water. See,
Good
I'm gonna
luck,
try it
Papa
here.
Carl, with that line of thinking. Like I block people for no reason or something.
Now
He
you,
blocked me back in the day, probably. You know what I mean? Whatever, man. Whatever.
I know that you don't block people for no reason. That usually, like you even had to like silence me a few times, and I'm Minnie Manson, and
I
you even
know.
had
And even
to
yesterday, it was
silence
just
me.
30
So
minutes. You thought you got kicked out. You didn't get kicked out. It
I thought
was
it was
just 30
banned.
minutes
I have
or
another
whatever
friend.
it was.
I had another friend who like timed me out permanently in his chat, and he still doesn't know how to fix it. So
Yeah.
now I can never go into Guy's chat. So I have to go in
Well,
his
you'll
Discord.
help me with it. If there's any way to bring Big
Yeah,
Kev back, then we will. If
yeah.
not, he's fucking playing me. I don't know any better. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Well,
know.
when I go to help you, and if you don't see his name in the list that I'm gonna take you to, then
Yeah.
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 So is it? Yeah, I found out blocking and muting someone's two different things. Took me
Thank you. Thank you.
6 months to unblock a friend of mine because I didn't know how, and then I found it by accident. I had time, so I went through like all of my settings just to see what was available. And then I saw these names that were blocked. I'm like, that's how you unblock someone? It's like in a privacy section,
He'll
privacy and
help me, man.
security. But that's not
He'll
where
help me.
when you unmute someone, you have to go into your settings. There's a section in there.
Yo, Big Kev, he bought me lunch like 3 weeks ago or something. So
Oh,
you know,
really?
I got
Oh,
no
fuck
hate for
yeah.
Big Kev. He bought me lunch, man.
That's
I got
hot.
no hate for Big Kev.
Hey, Big Kev, you want me to do you an art card or a song? Remember, my songs are $30. I haven't raised that price in the last year. You know, I don't raise my prices very often. You notice that I stick to the same price for like years.
He said Big doesn't refer to his height. Yeah, he's big in the pants there, brother. I don't know. How would we know? Damn,
Mm.
Poppy Carl, you want to marry him?
Hi. What I
How
just do here?
silly can you get? Oh yeah. How
Oh,
silly can you get?
I'm gonna show you what I just did here now.
Absolutely.
See, I traced it and I put it on the table. So now there's like something on the table. It's not just
Right?
some fucking table. There's something cool there. 'Cause, yeah, I didn't draw these very good. That it was hard to like trace it, so I kind of just slopped it in there.
Right.
99% of my book is a well-oiled machine, if you know what I mean.
Yes, yes.
Minnie, I never blocked Joji. Yeah, he probably see he didn't block you. You can time someone out, and it will stay there. If you it says hide user from channel. If you do that, that doesn't block them. That hides them, and you have to go in your settings in
Studio.
in the studio. And I'm gonna show him how to do that. Hopefully, he'll be able to fix this.
Yeah.
If not,
Yeah.
then I have
Big
I
Kev.
don't if his name doesn't show up on that list with the little X next to it, then you're fucked. You can make a new account and get in here. That's what you'll have to do.
I know, like Big Kev really cares about coming here enough to make a new account. You know what I mean? We're gonna lose him. We're gonna lose him.
But, well, he could come in here and I could tell you everything he says too. But it's kind of
There you go.
it's hard when you type something and no one sees it.
I know. I feel bad
Like
for him. I wish I could see it.
when I get hidden in someone's chat, nobody can see what I write.
Right.
I
Poppy
think
Carl's like, oh,
Poppy's
Kev
getting a little
hasn't been
gay
saying all
tonight.
the evil
Uh-oh.
stuff that Poppy
Hi.
Carl's been, spitting. It's okay, Poppy Carl. I get it. I get it.
Hi,
It's all good.
boys. Ooh, these are gonna look nice like that. I can either do that one or I could do a big one. I could do these two
You're
little ones like that. Oh, fuck
you're
yeah.
all
I'm gonna
crazy, Carl. You're all crazy.
I do believe we are magic.
That's the
Nothing can
one, man. Yeah,
stand
that's the
in our
one. That's so great.
way.
That's
Let's see, get my
America, isn't it?
what I was singing?
No, the band. Yeah, isn't the band America?
No, I was singing have to believe we are magic.
Magic.
Nothing
Isn't
can
that them?
stand in our way. Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, okay, okay. Theirs is
Oh my God, you look like that chick from Greece, Elton John. On South Park, they said that.
that's funny, dude.
Oh, I like that episode. Tell me about it, stud. Mm. I got chills. They're multiplying, and I'm losing control. They filmed that at Taft High School here in Chicago.
Okay, okay.
Fun
Oh,
movie
that's where Al
fact.
Bundy went, isn't it?
No, he went
He went to Polk
to
High. I know he went to
Polk.
Polk
That's a
High.
made up school. I don't think we have a polk eye here,
Yeah, I
James K.
don't think it's
Polk.
real either.
Let's play Name the Presidents. Dwight D. Eisenhower. I have all that on DVD, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome.
Okay. Damn. Okay, let me fill in this little bit right here. Okay, now I'll show you what I did with the stars. I I didn't just mute myself, did I? Can you still hear
No,
me?
you're good. You're good. You're good.
I don't know. I pressed something and it disappeared. All right. So I put two more stars in there. You see that? Right there and there.
Yep, yep. No negative space. It's all filled.
Yeah, there's got to be a little negative space, like right there in the background is that could stay like that. So I don't want to go too crazy. Let's
Who
get
are you making this?
crazy.
Who are you making this drawing for?
It's not a drawing, it's part of the coloring book. I'm making like a 52-page coloring book here. Do you know
Oh,
how
okay,
long
okay.
do you know that I've been working on this for the last 6 months? I want to get
Yeah,
it
I
done.
do. Yeah, I know you've been working on the coloring book for sure.
I want to get it done before June because then I want to start working on music. I want
That's
to get my
cool.
guitar fixed and start playing it again. And I broke my hand, so I couldn't play it for a while, but I can now. But I got to get it calibrated, and then I'm gonna write some of the songs out with some of the music that I have. How long does it
Yeah, you
take
told
to
me your
do it?
guitar was broken.
Something's wrong with the calibration. I cannot tune it, and I need them to clean it anyway. It's been sitting here like a while. So Poppy wants to know how long it takes to do an art card from beginning to end, anywhere from 6 to 8 hours.
Right?
Getting close to design, I look on my phone at the picture people send me, or they tell me to draw something from my mind, and then I pencil it out with my Malcolm X pencil here. Malcolm
There
X
you go.
line. We have a
There you go.
college called Malcolm X College. It's a city school. Anyway, I gotta stand up and take a break.
6 to 8 hours. That makes sense to me. I mean,
Yeah,
the detail
I
is
thank
there.
you for
The
reminding me.
detail
I
is there.
pencil it and then I ink it in, and then I erase the ink. Then I take some pictures of it before I color it. So there's a black and white. Oh, thank you, Poppy. I would love it if you send me some more money. Donations are
Oh yeah, yeah.
always welcome. Thank you, Poppy.
Right on,
God
Poppy.
bless
Thank you.
you.
Thank you for
Um,
being thoughtful. Yeah, man.
Poppy's awesome. Awesome.
I ordered my wife an art print for Christmas, and he sent it to me, and then he sent me like a bonus one for me, right?
That's
And
nice.
then I saw that he like whatever he spent $6 shipping or whatever, and so
Mhm.
I ended up sending him $3 back in the mail because same as you, Poppy. I'm like, oh, he probably didn't expect that expense. He wasn't even calculating that, as an independent. So
I
let me
got
go ahead and
wow.
show him some support.
I got a big
So
wow. I can't move fast anymore because I hurt my fucking foot. Now I have to walk like an old person. Okay, I got
nah,
walking
Poppy,
chips.
nah. It
So
takes it
I
takes
didn't finish.
time for
Listen, I
sure.
didn't finish telling you. I paint after I take photographs of the black and white. I start to fill in. I paint it
Right,
with the colors. Then I'll add the metallic anywhere where metallic is needed, and then I have to redraw it again with the ink. I have to go over the lines again. Because when the paint goes on it, it mutes the black lines. So I
okay,
actually have to draw the card, literally drawing it 3 times. First a pencil, ink, paint, and then the ink again.
right, right, right.
And that's why my cards are so good. And I don't like sell copies of them. I take pictures to put in my like Discord server and to advertise. But I never have sold the same card to anyone. If someone says draw me Guar, I've drawn 3 different versions of Guar.
Right, right.
I did metallic on yours, I believe so. Just little bits of metallic here and there.
Yeah, it's the finishing. Yeah, there's a finishing.
If I did I did the Cyrex card. Yeah, the lettering where it said batter up. When you said a black and white one, I sent you a picture of it. I don't know if you saw the picture in the email. I sent you an email. So on
I
the
saw black and
lettering,
white. Yeah.
it's not just a little thin black line. You're probably like, why is the line so thin where it says batter up? Because I used it as a guide. I have a metallic chrome silver marker That's as chrome as can be. I mean, it's like looking in a mirror. It's a special chrome marker, and I filled it in, which was batter up, and then I took the thin black fine point marker and I traced around the sides. You're going to be very happy.
Oh, that's beautiful, man. Yeah.
That doesn't
I
take
saw all
45
the
minutes.
I saw
No,
all the
no, no.
flies. I saw all the flies buzzing around Cyrax on that one. That's
Have the
hilarious.
little flies, little details. It takes me about 8 hours from beginning to end. So yeah, you hire me to do some more cards too. I would really appreciate that. Hiring me to draw a big one, like I said. $100 is not asking too much for like what you explained. So yeah, I could definitely. I would have to get, and I have no problem getting some paper. I'll just borrow some from the library.
We're always checking books out of the library, Minnie.
Not as much as I used to because I got in trouble for that with one of my fans. I have a fan who she doesn't want me to do that, check books out anymore. So I asked her if she'd help me check some books out, and she kind of did a little bit. Sent me a
Right.
donation. I hope that she'll do that some more because a lot of things I need, like toiletries and everyday items, cleaning supplies for my house, all kinds of things. I need to buy fiber once a month, a container of fiber. I need to buy that lotion. It's $15 just for a tube of that lotion. I go through one. It's diabetic. It's Gold Bond. It's the only one that works for my skin. So and I don't want to keep bugging her for money and her thinking I'm using her and shit. That makes me want to check books out even more.
Hey, look, you can check books out because it isn't even a crime anymore, So check books out.
It's a crime to check books out the way I do it. So this picture's done.
So yeah, Poppy Carl's talking about Chance Wilkins.
Yeah.
Chance Wilkins and how you got
Okay.
all the blotches on his head and
Yeah.
it looks just like him, It looks just like that one lunged individual.
If my foot doesn't heal, I'm gonna be fucking crippled the rest of my life. It stings all the way, like on the side here. This is the foot that's fucked up. It's
Yeah.
not even too
Yeah.
swollen, but you could see where it's rounded. It should be flat there,
You
and that's
can't
where I have the plantar fasciitis
yeah,
and the
yeah.
heel spur. And I slammed my foot down when I got pushed into the street. I had to slam my foot down to stop myself from reeling into traffic. I couldn't even stop myself. Like when an
Right.
astronaut, something will hit the astronaut and it'll just start spinning away and he can't stop it. There's nothing to hold on to and he's
Right.
helpless. That's what happened to me when that guy pushed me in the street.
Right. Wow. That's messed up.
Cyrex is Chance Wilkins. Yeah, he's a very unusual person, and he's not a quitter. One thing I can say is, no matter what people do to that guy, and they have crucified that guy worse than Jesus many times, and he never quits. And if you go outside
No,
and
he
bother him,
doesn't quit.
he
No.
will come out with a baseball bat, and even though he's 4'3", he will stand up to. He stood up to Marty. Shit, I'd be afraid.
There has to be a reason, or was he a crazy homeless person? Like for the guy to throw him in the street?
He was a
There
crazy
doesn't
homeless
necessarily
person.
Yeah, there
There's
doesn't
a
have to
lot.
be a reason,
At
man.
nighttime, there's nothing but crazy homeless losers up and down the streets, especially downtown, up and down the train, subway. I was on the
Yeah,
blue line coming home, and some guys started messing around at everyone. I'm like, please, God, no, not again. Some lady, some fucking white young Zoomer lady, she must have been in her late 20s, laughing at me and smirking. I'm like, what's so fucking funny? I got in her face like this. I said, what's so fucking funny? She's
right,
laughing
right.
at me. I'm like, that's why people get killed. You don't kick someone when they're down. I can understand the
Damn.
poor black guy's all fucked up and society's shit on him. I understand that poor black guy shoved me in the street more than I understand the white lady on the train. I can't
Right,
identify
right,
with the white lady. I can
right,
identify with the poor guy who has nothing, though, because I've been there.
right,
So
right.
it's weird.
Yeah, man. If people are acting out, but that's because the world doesn't have any support for them, it's totally understandable.
When you're poor, it doesn't matter what color you are. They treat me like I'm black because I'm on the system. I use the CHA voucher. The voucher system is not the same thing as scattered housing. The government housing that people know to be like shit. That's scattered housing. That's low income housing. What I got is like a document that allows me to go to a private landlord and get an apartment like this.
Yeah,
So my
yeah.
my rent went up like almost double. It went from $69. I paid 69. I was giving him 70. I give him an extra dollar every month. It's
Mm-hmm.
nothing. $70 for my rent for the last 2 years. But in July, it's going up to like double that.
Okay. Okay. Even with
You
your
know,
voucher.
the guy downstairs, he works a job and he's like a psychiatrist or something. And he pays like $2,000 a month to live here.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
He's got
That's
to
what we
fucking
do.
work and bust his ass for that.
Yeah, ours just went to 2006. It's a lot of money. 2006 before anything else, just base rent.
Do you have a 3 bedroom?
Hmm.
Lucky guess, huh?
We got a lot of space. It's nice, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's
No.
expensive. It's a nice place.
It sounds cool. So do you
Yeah.
film in other rooms or do you just have your computer set up at a certain spot and you sit in the same
I do
room?
everything with a phone, right? I don't have a computer that
Oh
works.
yeah.
So
You don't have the bookcase behind you, so yeah, you kind of move around a little bit.
I move around a little bit. I got a couple different spots. Yeah. A couple different
Okay.
spots.
I'm kind of like that with mine too. I move around.
Right? Right?
That's too plain. I'm just looking for a special effect to put in the background. Oh, I didn't show
He
you.
said, Poppy Carl said he's never seen someone so committed to getting their ass kicked like Styrex. That's right. Cyrex does ask to fight a lot. I
I'm
don't know if
reading
he
your
wants to get his
comments.
ass kicked, but he wants to fight. He wants to fight.
I'm reading your comments. If you have TikTok and you watch, they randomly show you videos of people getting randomly shoved into, just shoved and punched in the face and knocked out, especially like old people. They're these young Pakistani guys just punching old people out for no
Yeah.
reason,
Yeah. Yeah.
pushing them into the subway thing with the tracks when the train's coming. So it's
That's fucked
me
up.
getting. It was only a matter of time before it was my turn to get my ass shoved into, the
Right.
streets. I could have
Right.
got
Right.
killed though. I know he wasn't shoving me on an empty street. It was a fucking major 8-lane thing. So, I'm gonna put something back here now, up here.
You wouldn't fight
I'm
Marty?
sorry
Well,
about the
Marty
bright light.
passed away,
That light
man.
drives me
Marty's gone.
nuts, but see that?
Yes, I do.
Let me see, turn the light. The light drives me nuts. It makes me sick, so I can only do a few panels a night. That's why it's taking
Okay.
so to draw something like this. It took a long time. I had to trace on the picture I had. I had to go on the computer and print it out and then take the black marker and trace around what I wanted to be able to be seen through this. And then I trace it with pencil. I'm going to have to ink all those in, all of those. There's like 52 of them. It's going to take me a long time. So I'm probably just going to use my regular marker and ink it in. Because if I try to use I don't know, should I use the India ink and the thing you dip? You know how long it would take to do that? Or I could use my black markers and it would
Yeah,
get done quicker.
I would use your markers. Yeah, for sure.
The
I
markers
mean,
is easier for me. Then I'm going to
yeah,
take this
even
and take them to the printer. This paper is actually bigger. It's 9 by 12 inch paper. So you can
right.
see where I put these marks here. I'm gonna cut that before I take it to the printer and have it
Okay.
printed in real time size. This Cyrex ran up on Marty. He deserves to get his ass kicked. You don't run up on somebody. To Marty's credit, he never threatened me in here. He was a gentleman. He bought a cane from me that he immediately broke, and I took some crazy glue and I fixed it. No problem
Yeah.
solved.
He like he stayed with you, right?
He didn't stay here. No, he lives in. Well, I didn't know at the time. I knew he lived in Illinois, but he lived in Glencoe, and that came out when they did the funeral. Everybody knows that now. And
Okay. Okay.
he liked to do
Oh,
the
okay.
horse
So
race. He liked
he didn't come
horses,
over
horse
and stay with
racing,
you.
but he didn't stay in my apartment. I don't let nobody sleep in here. I will not go to sleep if somebody's in here. I let a
Right.
friend of mine stay
Yeah,
in
I
here once.
understand.
I let a friend of mine stay in here once, and I regret that.
Yeah, that was that bad.
Fuck yeah, I brought bed bugs in here and everything. I'm like, get out of here. The guy went crazy a few months later. He lost his job where he used to work at JoE, and he was so
Poppy Carl.
unsanitary. I'm like,
He
why
wants
did
to
they
fight
hire?
with Silex, but he can't touch him because he doesn't want to get something.
How would he like get a job working in a bakery when his fucking hygiene was so visibly nasty?
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're that fucking desperate to find an employee. Jesus Christ, man! If you got people, if you work in a bakery, wash your fucking hands.
Yeah,
Right.
man. You can't stink working in a bakery. You know, everybody's got to eat that shit.
I,
You know.
I wonder what would happen if I ran into Cyrax. Would he attack me? If I said hello to him and I was nice to him, would he just tell me fuck off? I don't know if he's like so far gone that he would tell everyone to fuck off. You might not believe anybody could be nice to him because he might be like
Probably.
the rabid dog that you hit so much that even when you go to rescue it, it bites your hand. I
Yeah.
think
Right.
he
Because
was
you can't
starting to
trust
be.
anybody. Yeah.
I was starting to become like that, and then I grew up and said, you know what? Every day is new. I'm going to get trolled one day, and the next day will be good again. And when I started seeing that pattern, I stopped blowing up on people so much. I thought I was going to end up being the
Yeah.
next Cyrex. I ain't going to
When you
lie.
were when you were emotional about it, remember people would pick on you more and more and more,
Yeah, they
and they'd
will.
invite you to pick on you more and more, and like
It's
you
like
know,
I'm teaching them how to treat me, and I don't want to teach them that. Yeah, and when
right?
I'm positive, like I am tonight, this show is great. Like everybody's loving on me, and hey, I'm going to buy some artwork and all that.
We're all gonna make a little money. Everybody's gonna be happy. No
I
big
see,
deal.
Poppy. I see your comments there. You'd videotape him and try to talk to him. Ask his permission before you tape him. He might be like Robert the Doll. You might get cursed if you don't ask first. Well, I should put that on there. Die, asshole. Actually, you're gonna
There
see
you
that
go.
sieve, that thing that Death is holding. You're gonna see that on one of my pages. And then I did some of the swords out of here. I'm looking for something to put in the background of the Hollywood thing.
Right. Well, I gotta get going, Minnie. It's very late
Yeah,
here. You know, same as you.
it's extremely late. I'm so fucking tired.
Well, fuck it, Minnie. I'm so glad you came up, man. I had a great time hanging out with you.
Me too.
All right. Well, the fucking buttons are in the mail. I hope you have a good time.
They can perform that function.
Which one?
Oh, cool. I'll chill with Poppy if he sends me a link. Sure. You got to
Oh
send me a.
shit.
Yeah, fuck you. I want to go over and hang out with Poppy.
Yeah, I can't do it anymore, man. I'm
I
going to
can.
sleep. I'm going to
Send me a
sleep.
link. Send me a link in my email, and I'll hang out with you. Of course. Fuck yeah.
There you go, guys. There you
You
go. I'm
guys
not
are
even gonna
welcome to
listen
come
because
over,
I'm about done. I'm going to sleep, guys. I love you guys.
and you'll have to send me the link to your show, Poppy, because I have no idea what channel you have on YouTube. It's not easy to just
He'll send
find it.
it
You
to
got to
your
send the
email,
link.
right? He'll
Huh?
send it to your email.
Yeah. Send the link to the show separate from the link to the YouTube.
There you go.
Yeah,
We
I
got
can't
you.
join through the channel though because the audio will get fucked up. You'll have to actually send me like, well, the link to the show if you're gonna do it like this. I don't know if he's gonna do it like this or StreamYard. If you send it StreamYard, you have to send a separate StreamYard. But if you do it the way that Joe is doing it here, just send the link like he did.
I think he
I
said
still,
he's gonna send them to you separate, but at the same time, I think he uses Restream.
how do you invite someone to even be? You can tell me a different time, but think about it. You could tell me how you get someone to. I've never figured out how to invite anyone. But
Yeah,
yeah,
just the side by side
okay.
that we do.
StreamYard, you send me a separate link for StreamYard, and then later you can send me the link to your YouTube channel, so I'll be able to watch it later, and I'll be
When
able to
you give
sub to your
me
channel.
when we talk and we try to get Big Kev out of
Yeah,
prison, you know, we'll try to free Big Kev.
you'll be freed soon.
Then you
Yeah,
know
you
I'll
know,
talk to you about the side by
make
side or whatever. You know.
making a comment on one of my videos also will lead me to your channel. I'll be able to find you through that. You could do that as well. You better be subbed. Okay, I'll see you then.
All right, Minnie. See you soon.
Thanks.
Bye.
Oh, good night.
Bye, everybody.
Good night,
Peace out,
fans. I love
everybody.
you.
Big love.